personal life, which are fair subject matters of partisan politics. We must, however, come to the understanding the small-scale mining and the requirement to do away with illegalities in that sector should be beyond partisan politics. Some subjects simply cannot be part of our everyday politicking, and I urge this forum to insist that illegal small-scale mining and matters relating to it should be one of such issues requiring national effort. Government has a major responsibility to this end, as we are accountable for the stewardship of this sector, as indeed we are of all other sectors of national life. I am determined to enforce the laws on illegal mining, no matter the subject, high or low. I will, however, not act on hearsay or mere allegations without more. I will not hesitate to act, though, where the evidence is hard before the police, and I will do so irrespective of the standing of the person or persons involved. That is the true meaning of equality before the law.
Now the dankwa man penyin out is a work kasano. And I was small scale mining dialogue. And Tiana said Nansu Messan to us penny to us so young commodia coso Quanya be faso na galamse or queen. Say Bakuna Basico and the NIG Tum Sankoye. Anti baby do NDCO, MPPO, CPPO, GPP, QCC. Yenina yesin konyana ya twatwa dwen yenyi politics in film ni anka niema chese o man no ye hu se galamse okono ye minu mienu yakun na meno na kan ba be kase we no se be kase hu a kasa tenten but e she etimi makwan na ye hwe bebi e ba akosi enti de men kan sa for now. By me, I park, I said, but I did I saw my chance on. I saw my quina who has a bay yan and ye. Was me, mommy, and Quatra and Casasa dialogue, Nibro for tintin, and rich, contomania canasa, not as a galamse no, this Anna 4 years, a samba, a single night, who she. Enti we no mudia ya be he send ya be ko ba mi nya pa kama ka se we I say mo ba be san we see time oh, mommy, I'm a crying dialogue. Yeah, but dialogue. We to you should allow because we have a say.
Because of the measures he took, and because he was unwavering and he was unflinching to his commitment, you will see that he lost in almost all the mining communities of Ghana. He could have wavered, he could have capitulated, he could have decided not to put his presidency on the line and say, come on, where this is going, it may cost me my presidency, let me back off, or let me do it differently and get votes. He didn't do that. He indeed and in fact put his presidency on the line, and it cost him votes. He lost in a place like Upper Denchira West, where MPPs never lost an election since 1957. It's a mining community, and go and conduct research in that constituency. Clearly, the party lost because of the issues of mining. He lost in literally every mining community with the exception of Takwa. so really, but don't let us get to all that.
Okay, so ABOAGYE Napo, where Lands and Natural Resources Minister, and all this I say me the two workers. I say, my opinion another danko kufuado. In fact, we lose a card debt because of Galamsey Okunya. And so the presidency in order to so be lusu olusu. Na obekwetia galamsia okutia we ye no betimi aye bia but I say ya nso ye ka ho Ghana for na ya adwen se near but mampenyi ye ne obetimi bia so obeko na otu galamsey na se ema bia bi hono krati so fa upper den chakrasi a MPP wini so ko baaye no na o malusu ni nyina because of galamsey okun enti sisi a bebi a yedu no de ye nyina ye si nkonwa enti men ka se o de o ye NDC ni enti MPP for no amanya enya MPP for no amanya we ye Ghana for nyina na enya ensu a wo mo se ne yensase a wo mo se no ni nyina because of galamsey yempe kwan a yebetimi de sa ade afa so enti se menum bie no nyina yetimi de kakra ye nima yebetimi de aboa no ye de ba na ye toato adwen ne ehwe oman no yebe pija eniama etimi akonanim na sisi ade no ano ahye.
Consultative dialogue be candid and devoid of partisanship or narrow parochial interests. Hopefully, at the end of the day, we should be able to build a broad-based national consensus around the necessity to stamp out the menace of illegal small-scale mining and the need to support and grow responsible small-scale mining. There are aspects of our national life which are fair subject matters of partisan politics. We must, however, come to the understanding the small-scale mining and the requirement to do away with illegalities in that sector should be beyond partisan politics. Some subjects simply cannot be part of our everyday politicking, and I urge this forum to insist that illegal small-scale mining and matters relating to it should be one of such issues requiring national effort. Government has a major responsibility to this end, as we are accountable for the stewardship of this sector, as indeed we are of all other sectors of national life. I am determined to enforce the laws on illegal mining, no matter the subject, high or low. I will, however, not act on hearsay or mere allegations without more. I will not hesitate to act, though, where the evidence is hard before the police, and I will do so irrespective of the standing of the person or persons involved. That is the true meaning of equality before the law.
And run some more mampini to John and other Danko Kufuado, Wakasa, Wachereso, or no, why ready pass him round Obema a yejuma, but say, and Tibia will chase you be a galamsey, or be a fina by more, a buying penny for one more touch, one more say, and sassy near Kahwa. Fabra, waiting dear, but Yadia, oh, can you see na? I saw to me, be a touch, a dancey dear, a button where no yes. Assume as you way, may who say, or yes, or yes, na yenyina no yenya amanyosem so mfirim nien tena se obia yemfa adwenkyere yeni nkomo ya ye ho na yenkasa kwan ye befa so a galamsey betimi etu ase enti nkomo na no pe ye bedi bia bepempenfo na ya je omadwenkyere ebusa sen na eye etie nkomo yi bebi ebekọ ne esese ye ensem a esese etimi edetu dwa na ebeboa na galamsey yetu ase
Ghana Montie na mansanya so adawro Kofi man homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
The bankrata no enna ya we sen na eka 15th April 2021. Kora yensha se the bankrata no enu nsem no.
Yo. Abusuafo the bankrata Ghanaian Times na da manim yi. Asam ya kwasi aka ye eno ana mede sase mampani na na dodan kwa Akufo-Addo and wada anim ha yi na wase saa dwumadi e wo de nam yenu na ye 2-day dialogue ya asoafo a wo abesen kɔ regional security councils ya hodo regional ministers wo bia baasia bi na mampani tese Ghana nsuo no asai ni nyina asai ntia tese galamsey no yetumi tu ase na ase a yebetuo no nya ba akofo adwuma ayo maimu ni nyina ane yanka ye humbom mampani tase wampa mese na waba mampani yes kwabrama futu galamsey wa he yɛse wɔhyɛ saa yɛse no yɛse no bi nso anayɛ nokorɛ batea bi ana nipa no esuro sɛ wɔba abɛkan but mampani de ɔtrɛ sɛ an sɛ wo se obi yɛ galamsey for evidence bra enti wɔne owura Samuel gyinapɔ ɛna da ha no mu a ayɛso wɔn ka asomusɛm ɛna n'eti nso yɛde excavator esi wɔnom ma memfa no nto ntɛnyɛ bienu nso a ɛwɔ ha ɛne da nkwansia mienu na esiye ebi si ɛwɔ bupe ɛde kɔ Tamale ɛna ebi si wɔ Atimota ɛde batesa no enti enim ha ya papa yɛ traffic light no ase wɔnom pɛɛ ɛna nkwansia ne bi si yɛ ɛn wɔbɔ amaneɛ sɛ nkwansia mienu pɛ etumi akum nipa 15 ɛda baako pɛ o ekum nipa 15 ekuapim polo anso wɔ ha wakopia mu wɔ kɔɔto a kɔɔto bɔ no kwadu sɛ awura yi wabɔ no ho adagya kwatere kwa ne ba ɛna eta picture de abɛto abɔnten na saa deɛ no a wɔyɛɛyɛ no etia wɔ man no mmerɛnti ɛbra wɔ kɔɔto no ebua no fɔ akasa ɔde ho asotwe ɛde bɛma no KWASI interchange ɛna wɔn tɛ sɛ adrɔbafoɔ ti kaa basabasa ɛwɔ hɔ nom ɛbra yɛyɛ ɛkwan no enti aposifoɔ ɛmu wɔn ani nkɔ hɔ Daily Post de bɔkrata no anim nso wɔde aba ɛna wɔtɛ sɛ Professor Jane no wɔ KWASI abrante akwadaa ketewa yɛ kun no ɛwɔ Kasoa na busuafoɔ ɛna wakɔ akɔsra wɔ mu yi NDC former MCB ɛna wɔtɛ sɛ deɛ nyame bɛyɛ bi ayɛ saa bɛyɛ 2020 ɛnkoa mu wini ya ɛnkasa ne economy yɛ nim guaseɛ yi ɛnka John Dramani Mahama ɛna wɔbɛgye abɔ no boɔ enti deɛ nyame bɛyɛ bi ɛyɛ John Mahama da ha no mu a wɔsa book of condolence ɛde awɔ na Prince Philip wɔno nso ɛda ha no mu sɛ kama ɛna wɔasa de aba hɔ bio wei wɔyɛ deputy general secretary ɛma NDC ɛfrɛ no Peter Buama otukɔ no Peter Buama otukɔ no wɔkyerɛ sɛ EU for report wa wɔn de baayɛ no wɔn ɛntɔ asum wɔn ntum enti EU for report no wɔn mfa nto baabi no wɔn nyina home na sɛdeɛ si wɔ abatoɔ mu paa no Peter Buama otukɔ no kyerɛ sɛ EU for ntumi ankapta ne yie enti report wɔn de abɛto abɔnten no wɔn gye ntum.
Daily graphic job wakata dia oloso edi aba no pay any Daily graphic edi Ghana mampanyin na nado dan kwaku fo adonfoni ato ha na abusuafo wa se mampanyin se wo ko galamsey na watu ase ne senti e wo sampanyin trase no se sadwene ede fa ho na taba moto we no so yesi nkani ana ese gongon ayi se boja edesi wo unhuru hwe unhu se light na wase ya bobo sisi so enti mpanyifo hwe nka ho asem afei wase akwanhia asie enipa du nsia ewa akwanhia ahodo miensam na ewuo agohene se sese omanfo de won sika ehye niema mu a wonfa nhye niema a edemfa so pa bebre oman Ghana
na the Democrat Daily Statement yanim and water say mampani koto train ede aba na saa train no we kra de anya de use petrol eye train ya use diesel na train use diesel no be ya adwuma ede afritamade kwa akosomo ena bia ba akonso ewo Eastern region a saa coach ya eye train no aye kwa akoto no ebe ya adwuma wo ho enti we ta train line no bi emfo ne aba betoa en water sa aban kwa akoto train ede aba eba ababu adwadifo ne akwantufo na kwantambrantem etumi akọ enti wamu gina hanum wa wamu ya adwuma mampani na nado eda ha ya wo kasa ne kasam no watere se sayase de galamsey be ya politics ya ene ase anyina ya te ebedi adokono kwa wono nko a wantumi nya enti obenyia wo bibia wanya NDC MPP asem aya Ghana asem na ye kansuo na esai no enya ba akofo nko a na enom aya Ghana fo nyina na yanom enti wosra se galamsey yamfa politics antontan eno ati no COVID-19 ndro no ana Ghana Health Service agba amane se enipa a womu awobie eye 800,000
Daily dispatch the Obaka Takita in some of for the Awadiaba say Omampany and Adamwa Gufado. We read in a potch say, illegal mining, Kanyamian Fefianka 2020 and Ado. Eddie Joe was Agalam say, Kwa or Coffee, and the new sewer at home. And Ubio now, the management and putting Abatuan Obama, yes, sir. European Union, one more at the Abatu across Ghana 2020 and yes, one say, yeah, one say, amansansu sudro so pepepepepe say international standard and management at the year ejuma and what's the daily dispatch.
Na the insight anim ha what the Francis ade ni monfoni abeto ha papa MPP amanyo ko primaries no wagina mu wasa ya mrase betani di ama party no and wakasa what the insight anim yi what the mampani na nado nsomfoni abeto ne ntanya washa no space ran no ade ni mo tre se mampani performance pass mampani se wa mark no a wa be mark no very poor esanse enkoyi ena EU4 womu report womu di aba no watesa kwaya ya faso aye kan abato no ankasa no na emu nna ho ena Greek Obui Power Authority womu nso tredi brosuo wade aba the insight the Democrat enim
For the Supreme newspaper dia wade ba ene se enchi no acho bia yiriti ewo mfimfi mantam wo NPP amanyoko ni mu yesi school feeding sika ebi akwaje agu oba council KHF wa yempese ebetu omuka 21 billion Ghana cedis ehwo asem ena ye ka no na wasadi owura bo achaja akunfo ni aba wono so ka che nkramofo nyina se monchire nkom na mompa ye ma Ghana nyame enka mo homo ma hode a obehia eno eda ha sei Ablekuma not MC yes we disika Ghana cedi 126,000.
Na the new crusading guide the aban waters report to be betoja sa Minister of Foreign Affairs ya yesu omumfa adwumayefo na adwumayefo a womfa no akoye kokofu bobo unua ni mu ayempaasew Minister abusuafo Chief Director abusuafo omabusuafo nko a ana party full soldiers ya ebrade party ni ba power no womukwaso omukwa akopa adwuma ni biaya yase adwuma ni ya no vacancy enti womunko en womufu omabusuafo na minister no report waba say ensamu ankofo kato omuso no enya no krenti ya montumbu na ECG adwumayefo en womunso asori de agina womu MD eti say wamu na si yampam MD no a woye na adwuma kama ampenso papa na dahi waboni tiri wo san en wasa no space kama waya swag MD na say de we 7 abode no kama 7 ni say yi na no hu wini tita pa akwasim dom de ani bi wayi no wo kama ya na no hu kama na body sanso kama ena papa yi na nimu da fresh boy MD watasi wa munyai so mu attack MD no na MD no wo yiba duma papa nti wo mu kasa no yamfo mu asem nto baabi avaru dra traditional authorities mpanimfo en wo mo sra mampani na nado se aban krat pani a wogina ma enzima east MC no wa sa enti mampani mafa na de enko na wonfa nipa foforo mre sanse wo mo ntumi ne sa nipa a wote sa no anya adwuma mo ya gadam se nso a mo nya no responsible mampani na eka ho asem e wo de bokrata the new crusading guide enim
na the chronicle the bokrata eso e dia wode aba anopani wasi aposifo se motorbike riders na wo mu ekwabubu atuo kunkum kofo e wota krade no wo mu pu wo mu nti wa wu nim ba bi o mutebia yi onu masuti
that's it mami come on so enkodi enkomo na em say the bankrata na dodo na anope ene ba ko amabo amamo mampanyin sem ode to dwa enkomodi a ahya small scale mining dialogue na ye ko na ye ni Godwin ama we church former small scale miners association sa anamon ya ban etui etiomosen wo mo ka ho bi ora ma da se mo akwa baba ni TFM so empomwe yedi kan mi busa no adwumadie na wase ukobi
yo enra meti anko enra na me bo se da fa me anko ban me se de podi anko When I see so Dana, yeah, when you are buying a free organization from most of my especially by baby start taking time money contributing to an hour.
Oh, okay. And teacher say, I dear Mudi Mutinti, my a Komoya, a cosway.
Organization, LOT and for me, a head to the organization.
So, Mokahudi, I mean, Musa, Butain and Sempa, Dientina. I beg him, I say, see to Sana Moy.
Yeah, I can say, I see a for the business. With this, I what your mind you didn't buy a healing. By any examining why I shed the whole thing. You shed quiet, yeah, any environmental, you shed community relations. In terms of communities that their mind almost send a day aboa not the mind to go in from Patois. Then community benefit people. Any
Enti Sempa na moye ne zese fine adwento atoa de ben ya ebia mokotena ho no makasa na de masori kofie sen na tepa chechemu ye man
the science any abandoned into the bot develop a blueprint yeah check conversation and cost we are community everybody has been there among for the value policies are still now they talk to you to the share implementation why I better higher implementation because do na ya can solutions but then you them na come why I better some na come and no can one yeah shape and part of the family and the national union before I feel the original because social mind really or be our unique characteristics and I said the challenge and see a we are gathering near Tiku already for no market implementation. Now I see that particular radio in it. And this
enti fa no say bia me fan say small scale mining enya de no ye jai yo aso man nya de ye ba be jai ba kwan e be fa so e be ni ye sa ene nkomo no a e bia mudi sisia no ana.
hello.
Yeah, me bisa say enti che say nye say bia ye ba be twa small scale mining mu ba kwan e be fa so a ye be ni ye sa na mpesa mo che
Kwan e be fa so e be ni ye because no hwemu small scale mining no fast word also and no man penny stress say fast word also pa nanso ezi ehwe say ye betu a yen compromise ye environment na yenja legacy issues bi am etri ma omo beba say omo beba nan sa ti omo bedokọ ebi ni so because of sikape e wo de baka kremonti yenya asase e be so adwuma yensu be say ni sa nyema no enti fast one de e wo so yentwem nanso ye behwe kwampa e be fa so ni ase ni politics efim say a partisan in terms of discussion, partisan approach. But as I say, you know, the boom, near to me, near Ku Etia, near Mabonia, Kosuno, was sector. Although political interference,
God, jina honom na church we ye kakra. Sa partisanship bro, we are mo kekan ni party politics. Dia na mo pesa mo chire pa, sa dia.
Yeah, chese. Uhwemo ebedu election time no ebi aban etiti no aka say kwan we ni e fa so akwetia illegal mining na another party nso ewechi no so ka say me de me ba me mamo edwuma me ba aban etiti no onhwe se ni amoyi ti na so tunu se ni pa edwuma wonsuo mo edwuma wo kwaye mo we another opposition nso e campaign say ono de e ade eye
enti ebia party baako ka say me ba me google am say ana me gu small scale mining na party baako so ka say there be me ba me mama ye adwuma no na o chen say no ya manyosem no
eno na partisan system wo se from at bibia e be na NDC so MPP so mo e be dani politics na solution ga say wo ko na yentimi NDC ni hu say challenge ayi wo 1 nation a challenge. This is an because during before time, the president that before time, and in the emphasis every time. Any na legal money goes to end of pay for the legal framework. Most for the 1989 or the European Institute of Women is a buy. Emma Ghana Pudina or Muketo Budin or more to media a legalized because prior to that, this is a good crime. Now, so Manipa this guy. It is one my challenge is in President Kufuor time of your form the fashion and by Papa Tamil. And also of your form the fashion. Emma on also soldier who cost of and also it's not one party. A successive government is ABBA. Just most things are dynamics also. A human a big politician being so associated because anybody will license that. So we only be anybody illegal money and no opportunity. I am politically so there's a multi-dimensional challenge. And it's a need you here say the boy near to me I can't move near to my point here. That dream you get that she said and I can't kind of walk that sector.
Na mi musa sa asem yo. Nia sisi aye mo se mo blueprint. Me mfa nse mo won hihye akwan mo fi se ye be fa so e betimi die tu ebia niama enye e was small scale mining ho ebinim a ebi omo de omo abegime omo se eye adwuma no ene ne kaka ho nyina. Baya 4 years MPP ba ban mu unim se ate ho nyina task force ne Vanguard ne ade a wo mo ye ne kaka ho nyina. Nyina nim se ankwa ankosi aga ena sisi a ye se ba be ye dialogue ye blueprint ye saying me sha asia no pe na me ka bibi wo hanom say se media nya se bi ese se makwan na ye hwe nia we su ba kosi a nka meka se we sunsu ankosi hwe ankosi aga obi a bia wote se me oti anope nim se amanfo dodo na bia sanso no nka se Ghana no ya san sha ase ye be kasa sa na ade eti honom se enkonkosi hwe dia na betimi aka a kire yen anope na che se okay nia ye die ye nya gidie wom se be yi
yo oshima not still an illegal mining. They are all different dynamics. And by there or Ministerial committee say illegal mining. It was purely on militancy approach. From that beginning, the country before said we share all the military point for M1 because it's bread and butter issue. And TSC said people are even on illegal mining. You don't make a solution. Before we illegal mining and Castle, you don't make a solution because of what time illegal mining is talking AG contest. Yet it could be from the movement committee. May you associate the account and district assembly. I think for maybe Sukan police any AG company, Minerals Commission. They identify the beer person. Any farm or more illegal mining in the Sukan committee. The FA can pass by the year. You baby 1 month, 2 weeks. You to me in over 4,000 people. And near AI a very different say as part of solutions, players and part. And the implementation of the project and pay at the community level. Because then get to say national. Now said you should bank that they give me any Ministerial to do now when you be answered. Yenny and it's not one penny share or we evaluate that any process. That's a different approach. Because the first one I need the meaning as yet not there, you pay another solution as a different solution. And nothing dialogue you develop blueprints because if we are community developer, here they are boom. They are correct institute. There they are boom. Now the Achama region be listen to be because going forward no regional ministers no and within their region no better no. Now DT is the one it's a region in the so about say so magalam take also any every region district no you be aban mo amusi aban na mo aban mo be and going forward you dey dey you say atia na so mu ye processes biara ye di nan kan ye hu ye hwese nia yɛbɛboa ɛwɔ yɛn mpɛtɛmpɛtɛ mu na ama illegal mining abrase ɛbrase a ɛbɛboa nyinaa because sɛ bi wohwɛ a community bi kora nsuo a yɛnuse sɛ ɔmode yɛ adwuma dodoɔ no ase na obi kɔto ne fam agu deɛ na obi nso the same nsuo no so nipa no nso nyina na ɔde agu ne nkuo so obi wɔ hɔ a ɔkɔsɛ bi na ɔde ayɛ n'aduane ebi kɔsa no na nipa baako pɛ akɔka ho asɛe na affect yɛ nyinaa ade de nyinaa nka mbom ne nyi saa nipa no nsuo ne nyi amanyɔsɛ no that is the difference between the year and the year. The dialogue in here, yes, as associated, mostly when you're in the this time, it's not going to be right. And the bank is right that this is in a boom, Niabua. It's a shared responsibility, and any baba could be.
Yeah, man, you're sending me. Can't wait for me now. Ma, yes, a question about. Say, Ubatina, small scale mining and illegal mining, crano. Amanyofoi ebi edi omo agigim obeti no obi so ke yesizi obi excavator ye de ama amanyoni ana pani bi a wa ba mu kraje odi ama obi foforo wo ye enti eba no se illegal small scale mining kra no a amanyofo ya wo mo anso wo ka ho enti ye keka ye ni amanyosem film ni ani sa ni amanfiri mu yi minim se mo hwe sa ho no nso a any ebi anhyehyɛ ya mudi gu akwam as part of ebi am blueprint no niam amudi gu krata so no so okay any ebe ya ne ade no ye na manyosem na bibi kra prek because ade a wo de omho kra jim ho asem te say
and listen approach with this time no approach no ye propose say ye be what we call community enforcement approach your suggestion dey am be follow community enforcement approach no as I said, at the community now, you're mining. You better a cool war, every manage small scale activities to ever hope. I am involved with small scale miners, business commission, Nananum, in terms of community, this with assemblyman in Yaman at the community. And he said, Obi Baya, who declared our now you're going to be here, nipa no political connection say no nipa etimu no enye obi obetumi manipulate the system say by force omo eduma because them community ni dey hwe business commission dey abate company say they are 2 3 na eduma wa and the NGS pay for that company and a miners say one so no best 40 with logistics kaka na etumi manage at that local level because etumi manage at the community level and draft and the district level and regional, not very national. Now, a problem. And it's any approach I think. And look at why I'm eliminating room because to me, fact, excavator and coprobium Obiemu. And that committee will come in as committee, I say. So, company way, Mama, the 2 minutes on them. Yeah, association for so I can if I didn't say oh, to me, mammy, and going forward, those are some of the issues that yes, media enforcement at the community level.
Well, I say, minim se me friend community task force. Abeyoku ebeti o community mu omo be hwe. Ghana yeti hwe. Everything na ba be corruption. We mu nso ye di tumi ba be hwe omo sei. Echire be hwe kra na eno nso akoye bibi e wonum sei. But well, yenye jidi.
Difficult. Say you can be. Yeah, a woman and who said again was so many dynamics. Who define na fa? Who define na?
Ade soja for kra ya ti omo anu kra ye hu hwe. Na
soja for the no because it's at a national level no. Because soja for no ko ji ebi akoji bi e wo ha. Enti obekọ no na miners na start illegal miners na start yiduma. But ya involve community no. No one can say empower them. Many communities bebre yeah eduma wo that community is not that no. Don't need krata o mo nye eduma da. Oni krata pa so be kwa ko ye eduma. E na wo ye eduma no so na o so mu nsu a o mo mpene wo da. E du be ko sa community no ama ko ye eduma na so mu nsu ani e da ho. These are some of the examples enunti ye proposing my mind say use community enforcement approach because aye eduma e wo community bebre. We are wine over or not to be only to me that see amount here and that is one of the we are I'm here with the expand that concept, now you support one, a very reduced significantly.
Community enforcement approach.
Yeah, no, association.
Inti ejana ba na sa ehfo na be wo sa community enforcement no mu.
No, community enforcement, no say you am running share mining. And to be as commission, answer na over strategy man. No a chere na nanom ni community for ni miners na e ba on say. List I woni nipa mienza na enan apart from omo no bi edumi me eduma wa ha. Enti se wudu efidie ba, wudu bi bi ba. Omo wole ne dada. Ubi bi eni wi bi eni. Na wo no yama wo find the go eduma. So, and it to be enforced by that committee and committee the whole community. And look at because the Uja Emma national body now. When you probably be able to influence you. Nipani Roma by force. Your area is a big Jumabra. Maybe I'll call a or mark of fat tax. A digital any good airport in the past was at the ground and the percentage. Now say they got it. And then the percentage are come up in way. Yeah, that's opening. That's all the percentage will be what. So I'm Rapasu. Or the criminal, no illegal miners. Because of your opportunity that you're going to be man and I'm a
God, me bisa sa asemi, minim se na am se na ochihini asem bi okana, me gusu ahwe ni na maboka kra about sa se ye pese ye community mine ni ade a wo kese ni nyina enhye da mboa ni nyina galamse ni bi ni ka bem se bi okan na akwa se nananom ankasa nsasi o se bi abem se otiwa na obi ebi ofinkra no aba o se okay ya mama sase se me man betu egudie wo hanom se ni ade sana tie se eba no se bia mining insensem ikura enhemfo no ase ye omo afimu ni ne ka ho eno ka ho so ntina ne ekoso mpacho sampa na tie
na NCA kase say proposal ya ma community management approach answer na ubeba ho na mpenifo di minerals commission EPA for ni we engage amom ko mbetumi aye eduma o eju kape we fi abem ye bi ka da we am no so be eduma already ni ye ni and obi for film no ba no see amani tumi ka ta so be eduma na nanom ni committee e wo ebe hu eje allow ma hu ni eduma eti so why na do aba mrani say je tumi ka da za no we yes ye nku ti awo say ye man ni na so man ni no be no yeah, lines is what the only video. Only community room be eduma. I don't know. Then a community mining, yeah, idea is first day ban. The buta a part. I bet you may resolve issues there or more illegal mining. You don't remember mainstream mining. Concept here very, very, very interesting. Very good. Now, so Oshama, the time and Ministerial of illegal mining by a big concept by. Now, allow me not committee a man here. It's people who are the technical people, so we can no implementing. Or meant to be a moment and she approach the guy every year, the sharing that system now and you're right. But you are going launching as community money, not that you crack and this or me in my brand, a big national. You didn't know I got these in some share community mining. I'm ramming community mining, you didn't know small scale mining, a sham. And just a mineral commission development. And your community mining on paper, a very good concept can get up one. Because the management, and yet the Baba community Nangata, our representation, our the management. District assembly, our representation. Your minerals committee, open now come on the money. Money, when you say, yes, that you are not seeing cancer. Okay, call some of them, but you are community mining. Now, some district chief executive. I'm a boy to know by the Mumbai. I do one eye politically inclined. And your car, not that you want to see some border or my penny friendly movie. Nobody will fit a boss. Now, who could share do more ya, but and family accounts. And nothing else. And then I'm not targeting a multi of I can't say. Only the community mining in India, and can't. I'm saying, but concept of community mining. Many are send a document, then you share. You follow up a boy in power. By the woman, the Biaba, the Bashatan, the Shatan, another political science. I think.
enti o gidi wo mse we die senia niam siko yi se ye nyina ye pene so ye gitu ma adwen to ato ekosu yi ye ya ebetimi aboa wo
Now you do my baby because a shared responsibility. Am I in say the money illegal? Yet now you do my and I've been to a person this time and say money. Young you the purpose of you say, young man, the technocrat, people who are technical people, LED in the implementation. Yes, sir. We've been to be me party in the Cincinnati, I did here. Now, if you are party chairman, we are friends. Oh, I party my team. Technical people in India, they say, running but the bare political leadership manage the issues now. You need the political support, and the atmosphere to operate. But I said technical people are not the management. Yeah, association is become boom. Yeah, I can say, you bet me, I minimize the impact of illegal money.
okay enti and so dialogue no besan ato aso day 2 me boa
And a group discussion for
so how many days na mo ye no
and then the chat.
okay
And we are in a region. Region. We are share the specific challenges of the region. We are share how best giving proper solutions to that challenge at the district, the regional level.
okay all right Godwin that's it. We see nyame sharp papa Godwin ama secretary ma small scale miners association and pay no ne din komo ye enkomodia ahyase enra na mpenifo ahyase o mampeni ekokasa wase wate ene ne bia yabo anope dia ma wadwumedie so na yanko enim yanto aso yenhwe de bonkrata no nkomo no ensem no se ne sitie anope yenyi bi ewo eye de bonkrata no yanka ngumwe
Ofa kwesi wada romanti eye enra ne wo ho nti obi abetumi di ne proposals yakọ meme dia amede kọ anope ne se mesra mampeni se na dawroma wom se yesi ni bi wo ho a enya nokore but obi nso wo na so mu be ka kire no a oma wo mu nya nhwehwemu na wo mu nse ebi ana nokore wom enya ni nyina na ye nokore but na dawroma se ye be ka kire ne se gadam se koso wa ha ono nso oma wo mu nya nhwehwemu mfa ho ne ye hwe se ye nokore ana se nya nokore bi wo a nipa no wehu wate ontumi nteki pictures ana ya tina ebi ekwa de no befa so ontumi ntiti se obegbo mampeni amane se ye bi wa ha na wonso amanhwehwemu akoso me nso me proposal eno no over pese
yanko ni mirase anope yentie nsem no se ne sitie de bonkrata no sen no moka
ayo abusuafo we de ye dom wasukwa nkasa na sukwa ya do no Wora Samuabu Jinapo ewo Teligard Katafe Tosumiensa woye Minister for Lands and Natural Resources ono no okasa wo dwumedie no ase na wo sha dwumedie no ankasa wo muti empanimfo ene atitiru bebre no a ene kopie mu wo hono a na anya mofranhia mudie na wo sha dwumedie no ankasa wo muti enipa ne bia ye namienu ene wo mu ye Minister of Lands and Natural Resources yankasa and organize ye members ya Council of State ekoye mampeni ane nasoafo National Regional House of Chiefs wamu nyina akoye Ministers of State and a former Minister for Lands and Natural Resources wama ba Fourth Republic wamu nyina akotumedie no ase bi eno na ntenye yasan awo 16 regional ministers heads of security agencies, a president, and a members of the Ghana Chamber of Mines. Womua a matter our mining munina small scale miners association, leadership a parliament, both majority minority. Womua matter our mining, womunina kobi, diplomatic corps, members of academia, civil society organizations, some stakeholders. Mampeni chese womse ya meeting dia ya nsem dia ye but this particular one ehia no pa ensuwa na wo Ghana ha ya nkaka ne pa wo sa river pra wudina soro a wutumi hu nsuo yase enam edi akonia benyina ewo nsuo yase kama river dansu esuo brem ensuo kase wa ha ya de galamsey asɛn ni nyinaa ɛno na mampani kyerɛ sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛnka mmom yɛmfa politics ɛnto nkyɛn na yɛnka yɛn ho mmom na yɛntumi nko ntia titire wo a ɛkɔ tumadie no ase nyinaa mfoni ɛwɔ ha
yo na yato amuso na busiafo chronicle kratafa enai na miginan na ernest best ana ne na tra asem we di free boase baaye fabna asem asie ni yase wa boase circuit court akwa asetira ahya se enfie du nwotwe eba ya fra no asaribedi ako won konkodam wo ye senior high school disuani won kodam enfie makomako edunum DSP Martin Asenso ya oye boase municipal police command church ensem ni mu no and was say April bo so me da na to so nwotwe afi 2021 and Michael Dakura oye general art students ene na pamfo wonum ba ko ka ne ho ayase wode bullet ena wo mo ekọ high Bernard apia ya onu ye wonu wode moto ye adwuma ye motor bike rider ya ene yakwapia ene aketechie so enkwatam ho de obi anim no ene omkọbọ ne pa na omubọ ne pa na chese omude na ekọ kronobo enti ene bullet ena etimoto yi animu na yesi omu stopi rider si ene agushia Michael Dako akwada keto 18 years nene na fofo bubu otuo sisa niama di ombenya sika ombenya omsisa edekoye eno so ana posifo didi mu ayetimi eso wo mu pechi a yede na kogina court ama oboase circuit court ahye se SHS2 student Michael Dakura ya wadi enfie du nwotwi won konkodam enfie edunum wo firimu ba am robbery akwada keto amfa ne ho anyimu ebi na yetu amuso na bidi mani ekire suhum na sama abeto ha wo hwe picture da ha dia enipa twa obi a abonyanya chenku we di saso nsisi we di ne sasumra no we di na anything yasi apasenya fo num ene wu ye ewo bretema ye ben sunyan enkran ni kuma se kwantempo no so wapoye mantamu akwanhia si fiada epobo sumeda na toso edubaako yasi be se no mienu bo pa ho simaduanan na tese 240 asem na ye kan na abusia yasi sprinter bus and registration number ye GW 7444-21 yibi ena do wodi nani akiremu a woko kumase ni yasi obi ahu de ye ena ne ka koba ha na paiye no na speed su wom edu olusu control pai sa do kotia break ena ka yi stefa so enya asenketo eni gwagwagwagwagwa yesi ebe ma miensa ema mienu empanifo nko a ena no onwo hye ni mu a fabra omu nyina awu ya ewo sohum ho
abusuafo ya toaso Democrat Ghanaian Times aya Western Regional Security Council page 7 and wadi abe watasa awurahusam esi ya wi akateo ene owura atase kwache wenya 61 years ya juada watakura de amanfom papa kura ko site a womu ya atuma wo hosini dama na wate abrochire wane na yire womu wo Switzerland ya womu di womu pan kakra nkra pa bibi wo mu achi kuntunwa na ba na ti a womu abetenem enti womu ko site no mensimfo kura so womu hia niama ama papa ya bekrom otura manfo takura de won mu a obebisa materials ibu atoto bi apɛ opake kan wana mrantie di moto begina ho ya di moto gina ho ya salere efansi kabra fa bag no bra enu osisi kabe osi sika sa bag nim sadia ya nwro basi kura hu se papa kuta sa sika no kura na ya wanwan ampa 6000 CFA ena 50 euros 80 Swiss francs di eni bi ena 12700 Ghana cedis womu bo papa ituo ekun no task kwati bo no tuo 61 years womu bo no tuo kun no na no ena Western Regional Police Public Affairs Unit Deputy Superintendent of Police Olivia Ewurabna Adiku womu de krate pia bonte se womu de 100,000 aya 10,000 Ghana cedis connected to 100 million ibi ɛde ato so sɛ obi bia a wobɛtumi abɛbɔ apolisifoɔ amanneɛ sɛ anwura bɛsi no a ekoku papa yi wɔn nie so wɔn ti wɔn a 10,000 wɔn de bɛma wo nti wɔn atwa kane tete 100 million ɛde ato so so obi a wɔbɛboa na wɔn ate saa anwura bɛsi no wɔn de sika no bɛma no.
na yɛ to abusu bio dia na chronicle da ubɔ krataa mu anamda so egyina kratafa enum na abusuafo kratafa enum no wɔba amaneɛ anɔpa yi ɛsɛ sɛsi ayi deɛ sɛ wokɔpie mu ɛwɔ asen man so akorɔ so apɔmuden bia adɔktafoɔ ne anɛɛsefoɔ nyinaa abɔ mu esu darling boy wɔn asɛm ni wɔn mo kyerɛ sɛ wɔn mo srɛ Ghana ban wɔn mo srɛ ɛsom ahodoɔ mpanyinfoɔ a deda ano ekuhudu a ɛnhyɛ aban ase ɛne wɔn mo a wɔn nsɛm guɔ na wɔyɛ adɔyɛ ɛma ɛso afoforɔ so sɛ wɔn kɔ wɔn mo mmoa na deɛ nti na wɔn ka ne saa wɔn mo sɛ woba asene man so akorɔ so hɔ nom a district health director owura kwadwo owusu ansa ɛse wɔn mo ni akadeɛ enti ɛha apɔmuden ho nsɛm paa wɔse thermometer wɔn ni bi BP apparatus wɔn ni bi afei ɛmpa ɛne kwa deɛ na bobo ɛne nneɛma nketenkete a te sɛ wɔ bi aba yɛasabea na wɔse yɛfiri ne hwɛ de aduro ka no na nipa koro nya ayaresa a wɔni deɛ ɔde kwa kyɛke obi BP no wɔhu so a ne BP wɔ soro a na ɛwɔ fam wɔni thermometer wɔni ɛmpa eti ɛha adwen ɛno da nkyɛn a wɔn se district wɔ ayaresabea dwohwɛpo ahodoɔ a ɛwɔ hɔ nso so yɛnsiesie yi ɛna dan no wɔn hyehyɛ mu ne so baabi kora yɛgye awɔ wɔ hɔ a wotumi sɛ dan wɔ yi nka yɛnye awɔ wɔ mu nso wɔn afɔ so na wɔn yɛ enti wɔn srɛ mpanyinfoɔ wɔn tu wɔn nansi fam na wɔn nyɛ biribi mfa ho nyɛ saa nneɛma bɛgye nsɛm.
mede ase ama maame nkɔ ahoma no so na nkɔmmɔ yi ɛho hia papapapapa yɛn nyinaa yɛnim Ghana galamsey ɛnya a ɛdi yɛn wɔ hanom sɛn yɛn nsase yɛsɛe no yɛn nsuo yɛsɛe no ɛne ne yɛka ho na MPP aban mampanyin through the lands and natural resources any one small scale mining send ya any God na man pay watch him kakra dia ma no say yes enkonyasie bi koso ye to adwen enra na omhyase enenso omo to aso na no na yeso ye to aso no pay any ora Michael Kwejo Pepra or president my concerned small scale miners association na yebusa no dwumadi e sen na tie wo mo ka ho bi wo mo kɔ wo mo so wo mo adwen kyerɛ pa ne sen Rap pride asimu akwa baba ni TFM so.
Yeah, ABOAGYE me so.
Na boko die.
Dum e dey tell.
Sa enkomodie dialogue ya penifu ahyase ne edi kan Consent Small Scale Miners Association. Mukoi muka ho bi. Mate.
Me ya ye nya ho popoye. Na lita na ye expect say ye di invitation be brɛ no. Invitation no ambeka yensa dialogue ni de yenka
Enti adwentwato yi no muni hwia mode kwa akɔboa ana because e bia mo anya invitation no ntino mo obibi e bia mo so me sure say mo betimi di aboa me boa
ye obibi pa na on say as a minor, you course with no, first time information. Now, even before the stakeholders dialogue, now we were expecting, say, a bit me understanding the problem at hand. And Sana will bring people together to brainstorm the problem so that in so doing, a bit me a solution for the problem. Meaning, I understand, Kofo Galamsey, Kofo ni paper, almost saying your names. First thing I'll say yes, and I say we go to the people to understand the actual problem on the ground. In the beginning, the president can say yes, stakeholders engagement. Now we were thinking, say, and prior to this symposium and forum, you bet me various communities guarantee no air cost. Now it meaning guarantee for not kasa. Na share at the opportunity or my to bratia, ye say enyeno or moyeno. In so doing, the data na bit minano. And on the bit me boy, I may national stakeholders forum. But I want the problem na say na at the end of the day, who can obey national forum? Data be na udi jina so ISA forum.
And yet, senior can not say from the where go no crown, quite a fast way to an amount, yes, no, Yafum, Sana Pisoche.
That is the truth. So, when the media coalition against Galamsey by we told them say this problem it has been there for Ghana Kreba. Before say Makati Joe Gorgeous Beck Munina ba Ghana no, na Galamsey wo. And you know that problem will be a very in-depth approach to me solve that problem. The kind of MONTIE and the Interministerial Committee by the secretary can you the Interministerial Committee by the soldiers for by because this is a socio-economic problem. Nipano a bread and butter issue. Sana pobe di disown obe wongu. That issue ni any Nipano a waka. It is a way to me and say Nipana now to my class oh yes at the end of the day it is not viable on the ground. Meaning now symposium the solution I in everybody. See the another say the various communities are
but unim for a fact to say be as an amoya okay in penny for and yes adiano.
Oh I know for a fact. Yeah, because me know because our members are all over. Me myself I'm on the ground. You know, if Omaba a community and I will be present. And how do you then have a stakeholder forum when the issue at hand in Puno? So when almost the drones you catch them say that wasn't the solutions to the problem. So the Galam stop application, but we told them that wasn't the solutions to the problem. But a started to say and at the end of the day, solutions now a day they solve the problem. And to me, answer this problem. Like I said, 1988. Abai by PNDC Abai is also be two Galam. He started with the stakeholders forum. Later on, at the military, ni one by and go see who. Kufuor time 2001, and also yeah, one and this one go see who. Under John Dramani Mahama name Atamos also almost be 2012, and also one go see who. So what is the problem? I ain't mean who I ain't mean solve it. And the problem is simple. Look, the legal and the illegal. Yeah, that mountain paper and ameba. And if any panels or illegal mining. Now at the end of the day, won't say so people be other man. Now the human waste streamlining our monitor. Where is stakeholders? It is yeah,
is it that simple? Because say legal miners no me niamenti ase ne say ye won hihye wo honum say ye kire mo kwan papa bi amonye enti bi okay utu egudie na wo mine a in terms of bi aniama say say ye sense ase ne nsuo no sa hihye ne nyina but illegal for na say hwe inform ho nya sa na te
ninia o kasa entire obi abibia ote ade a common wisdom so to am no so kataso patch what them patch the eba difference between legal and illegal and say me paper me dwuma na me ye no aban wo me record so onim say a portion of land ebia need SM ha e dia ma ebia me nua abade nti so oba ho na bibi to chima easily obeti me contact aboagye na me boa that is one thing ma omo mkuta nkata no etumi ye dwuma ni ye the only nkata de onu ni no baby a say MONTIE a no uni ni digwa uhu no onya be hu ayemfofo ni eyi na de nsase ne mana oye wi a okọ in order to keep the destroying of forest ne water bodies in the lands all these people should be streamlined mumra edi na moye galam is any point to meet or excavator it means all capacity to do illegal license work anameboa
but Michael me ka say me na me ka say me menti ase no say wo moye bia legal small scale mining no mo ncheche wo honum say look kwan we ne fa so ya ade no me kai kra say brasa MPP ba be mu a wo mu yeso mu tu galam si ase yesi etimi de omo ko say takwa ase den ekodi ntete training ni ekaka human ni but ni acha na wo ka say bia krata pe ne nsunsu edam ntemi no na che say bunyina mo say nsuo ni ensase ne saa.
Media, if you say that stands differ. Now, entity is there. Okay. Mining, no book. Okay. At the end of the day, the say it comes with mining. Who the so be prudent mining? I no all the distractions never about with the mining, no, which me are correcting. Now the natural state of assassin, a bit to me according to start to be in. And to say the Albeco school, mu there, let me say, big graduates, no backgrounds is different. And everything boils down with wisdom. And in the panel, akumapa, sebi or the yes age man. And a two, yes, also say, I am for four committees or more various towns. Almost custodians of the land. In the same panel, what quantity is on the entity. If these people are willing, so meet me a boy buying, that's a said you'll be being able to move catastrophe. I don't think that any school able to me solve this problem.
Okay, so one may who or how no a bini sandy. Quite bench no officer.
And we always say, we a book more. And away and yet advocacy be out.
Someone am walk grounds on them saying.
Yeah, Ghana has. It be a good rule. 95%. They are bigger companies. A bit is Anglo Ashanti, they are Newmont, they are Pilanju, large scale company. Who Accra owns a lot of these companies or office or Accra. 95% of a good day be a good why you tuning the Amasa company. And a 5% in Crampono, small scale mining Crano, no, and so, but then you find no more allocation for small scale mining. And they say, oh, Papa, if will be our Asante Achimagugu. Now, communal commission self open kata. Now, connect at say, will come fresh and if you croning na a Diama company be or Canada. And for that matter, no, him to me more people say, Kujuma. Ubeka say, oh, ube that good, no, I'm a commander. Ubeka kutu. And you wear for four new Mokasa, put be more. Utu we are. Any concession is in your dear new Rao, no way, and this is what is breeding guarantee. Intino and Sashi and Kasana, you did from a good evening, and the coding of him. Intino is hard to even acquire land. So that is one major key factor. ABD guarantee. Open say, Yabeji Ebia 200 kilometers square. Nanipan or their koto stock exchange, Ebia or Canada, no the trading. Obey 20 years, concession in there. And 2 years, small scale miner now think open paper wage, or communal commission, say high, no good area. The Nippon and I don't know a machine no call, or a couple of no call. But the idea all these things here to me, I'm making sure say. And Sassina couldn't go being similar, Shana no capacity, no, and yet the obey in the next maybe 10 years. I buy companies yaka. Ya give the amount small scale miners for ya more kata. Then that is when the institutions are monitor activities in the building. Over Ashanti region. EPA forecast you know. Your card district your mining is over 20. Into the Nipan car name you know that bend down on obit me check the Nipano SA environment and no sense you. Minerals Commission Accra Accra. Accra you into for me good deal. Into no Accra na wa mobile lines or no so on man measure the echoes what grounds. Do you expect any pan obey the right hand?
I see.
You know this problem, no, you know, you don't always blame the people who are doing the wrong thing. Blame the institutions as well. It is if we have a comprehensive approach, and only to me have that's say yeah, the problem now. That is when okay, what do we do? And that is how it be to me I solve this problem. Because our problem we nipa ni people. Why not say or twa or pese or ebony?
But minimo me pese me bisa sase me bia na me nkoda adwen. Sade am kan bread and butter. Enti sade no enya kra because say mudidi nti no ye ma mo kwan na mo de mo sade no mo mfa kwan papa so na mo nye. Enti mi fan say obi oye armed robbery so no so den kase okiwa bread and butter me so accommodate me enti me nya enti yese me bana mbe robo pepra na me jibibi na me kodi.
I think the worker, but then this doesn't come with baby or born. Ghana, good, Iowa, and I mean, and the bread on my dog. In his own wisdom, no, when he said a baby be dry, the big hands are good, you know, to transform the power bravo. Now, good, you know, the problem is with say, nipa de betu, not on mine be. You know, when you're with Amro, yeah, emanating in nipa no. Mining Act, no, they say it is invested in this. Into no I buy one up, I'm 2 million crana. I don't think Amro with the license of Amro. And the Nipano, the problem is that, no only start to me, dear, no, and I said, be OD2. But no, can't see my job. So what you hope now, and opa to renew come do. Now, we need to be how and good, Shafi. Obet not to say, a common do no one.
The question is a good na Odia.
Good ni dia me fa se ma me na na asase. Enti se comedy me a masori anopa adwuma bi ni ho. Me paper. Ye be ka so asase ni nyina ye dia koma Newmont, ana ye dia koma Planjo, ana ye dia koma companies bibiri. Na wo so no nim se na me kra me di shop kra tutu a menya 3 cities, 4 cities, ana menya 10 cities e dia to me ho a. Wo anka be ye den.
Michael,
in a way,
Mm-hmm.
What we need to do is say all these people, therefore, coming together. Momo problem is say, okay, mu pejuma ye, we so need to me ma ejuma. You know, ye be say, ye pe baby amamu, ye mamu kata, mu nye mejuma. Ipi ye for mun konko hwe ejuma mo ye. Menas commission for mun konko hwe ejuma mo ye. He? Say anhwe ni yi, na ka so na galamse. E won a bad side, e won a good side.
Enti enka ye man for kwan no mo nye batten kratasem se bia.
That is what I'm saying. Because one man depending krata na ka so kopamona. Sama uni wono be wakoye djuma wo. Nti wunye hwe.
Ba kwa mpese mubusa on say yes Ghana for the wa cheche mu ye. Ba galamse yi enya Ghana for pe eno mo ye. Illegal man enya Ghana for pe. Ama no ni fo wum titiri Chinese for. Enti Ghana ni de yes what name masase wo na asase e komodio. Chinese for no so wo mo so de na enchechem na adbema.
Chinese the I think it goes with a whole lot of issues. Ghana so oko bibi ti say Kenya, Zimbabwe, and now even Mozambique. Chinese for only be a but then and only your money are buying. Now, anything be a fine will be ano. And no, there as a booking it means a cabin, and I say it to me finding solutions around it. It is a small scale mining and a year for Ghanaians. Then why can't they also let them do bigger mining to say the new month for a year? Don't you mean it means that person is doing an illegal business and he should be sacked. Because Ghana need at all on to me now at the end of the day, Chinese need beba. Any small scale mining, I mean, and ka ring a washa wawa no, and ka ring no, punya good crown out there. Say cancer companies are here, and ka good crown export. No, ye import crab or my woman, sana, the jewel you cry to me there. Into no, the air carrying say, we are not against mining as small scale mining. Yet, a quite a bit me a boy able to for me good year. Chinese born the year crab the inform. A quite audio breakfast on the a buying asset. Yet, the air can say, there's a bit and cat a year man. Yet you are not so munibino, and a buying Emma or money and common. And they are Catiboni Baba Chinese born so they are Kupobidio Mobeba. In that Chinese aspect, I think there will be a topic of another day. But what we are talking about is our stakeholder forum now. And aban institution pay the solutions for this galamsey problem. And they do one at the Chinese for no more galamsey for the then after that we'll pick it up from there. But I prefer, as a president for National Concerned Small Scale Miners Association, say Ghana need the emotions in the Kasaro. It's a problem. But it's something we are all against. We are not against any Ghanaian mining. Then in Kakanga Crampo, they yet me a Ghanaian company with me is a new monta. And can you Ghana upon a before one? She can't be called my way. It's good in India. Africa need to go in 5% to Ghana. Yeah, Punina, all the coastal belt in a good in one. And you know, you'll be two way near two Pumundi there. What we need to do is say the economy and the nation needs to benefit. That is what we are talking about. And free SHC and a buy a man for be license. And I have funny probably monitor activities of the small scale miners. And as our activities are buying generate revenue. And I mean, and a buying infrastructure to say rules in the agriculture and can be to me a brand of Bobby. But the one who the good aspect of it, because in this world we are in good era. Is there a reason maybe a good in the DBR? In this opposite term, I buy into me making sure that obey empower a higher sector without buying boy, it may produce over 45% of total gold production in this country. Anglo gold Ashanti Muna, yes, or Moyak Siena, ye bo mo buying ye helium. Mundi Pakro Mako Ghana for crowd, Omundu Nipa over 70,000. But the sector, they are funny for over 2 million direct and indirect cranker. It's had anything buying money in Inquire. Now you make sure say Ghana for no you to me good, you know. You know, my papa be guaquim. Now you to me empower. Now you to me monitor more activities, you know. Than say every day because galamsey. At the end of the day, this is a canker before even the best of the nation. And you know, the ever coming in an affair. A buying shouldn't always be emotional about the issue. We are Nipanobetu, one year obetu. So what do? Let's get all these people on board. You see no problem. We are finding solutions to them. Send your gold in your tour. Embedani a burden on us. But then a bit to me transform or minor. Say the other countries in so area.
Well, but manko dialogue be because me share near my word to man opinion chain na monko be there. Me ya.
Oh, me ya and we find a way any means to because I know he's a very nice person, and we are praying so be society. But then the air is went here. They take care from Amewu. For what? Ebia or not only the no, baby no. The air can so went here. It will come back in his face. Yeah, the bonfire said Ghana, you need to be good no. Yamedi Amaye. Yeah, that's what Nanya may have a the good class. We do baby already be at him. Because this is the time we can transform the economy with the gold. Into a buying money in small scale mining sector. Now, Omo Musensi you need and they say to me, there's funny to why a baby will see you, so I will say you, the two a do for life. Now one will serve as the terrorist. But Omo, what matter? Even mining when you be is your meaning baby, I hear you my eye to 2 boreholes. Yeah, drilling you a and also, every mine in Ghana is essential. And every mine in Ghana is essential. A one crop also more underground, a bow, no more deba. And also a different approach. A bunch should find a dynamic way. A bit to me, I incorporate all these people into the framework. Now, to me, they are boy. It was Reminesca, Mebusia for the at the end of the day, we will be crafting in Channel. Mequas or a two offering. Minano or mine in economy. But every day, Biano, Ghana for the better album, Brunin Koyejuma, Brunin Zuria, not the plane at the good in the car. It means they acquire an by.
Michael, that's your opinion, I'm sure.
That's quite an people.
Michael Kwejope Prior, President, Concerned Small Scale Miners Association. Yedi Galamsey hon and common illegal mining. Ye see Kunya Ghana or my and run your shots here. And about so Nina National Consultative Dialogue on Small Scale Mining. And no man Penika House here, Rana or Page Median home and to my Ana pay that go so need 100.9 Ghana Montie Jumedi so as we go. Wajin chere betimi dia fire WhatsApp line was 0503721744. 0503721744. Your friend me kwesi aboagye me na Jumedi on chiame kwabena mafo ne amasopon kuma jesi o me kam ho aboakin kan de bon krata no e de man na yen to aso enhwe de bon krata no nsem no den ye sitie yanko
abusuafo baby a yetire ye de bokrata Ghanaian Times krata fa to so wedunum ayi court akwasetena ya Accra Circuit Court akwasetena nra na court domtirani ati akonyam kama na aya judge Christina Akan wonna no wote court wedam akwadubani ye Chief Inspector Agata Santoa ana anti Agata ka tire court domtirani say my lord, already I a friend of Bright K appear, or a director Matter Right International, Ghana. I June 30th, a few temuno. And Wabessa a way in my say, na neba din birthday, nebana din French 7 years. Now what in the birthday no? And a urano dia quadan wedging nanim. And what topic taya one sachet and what then was Eddie Huna Quadano. Na a bassa and Quadano and more quattromum. It can traumatize the child to the rest of his life. Send him, mammy, 18 and any more about one sachet. Not what dear Aquadana 18 and any. Ain't what dear some no quadra quarter no. Ana court posifo di nwa kwaniaba yes yanko court mra enti na anumu wo ye di awure ba ye na yeso wanya contract bi wo Nigeria nti wo kwaba ene wo koba ya ye de na begina court wanim na wo mu bisa no toto na no ano na tete asem no wadi mu fo na punishment ya de bokrata edi aba ne se yenya te wo saade a eda se efiri bosome baako adequacy infrinsiamiansa month adequacy 3 years imprisonment ye betumi di ato ekuapim polo so enti kwa court domtire ni betumi akaso okay mama 2 months mama 3 months anase mama 3 years kodem ananso say obetumi nso akaso okay mema wo nkodem na momi cha fine e de amount eye 5,000 Ghana cedis. Enti said you almost say the law lies in the bosom of the Gomtenyi court Gomtenyi. Enti wano ena mrano yasi eseni kukum. Enti niyama miyenu enu wabetumi diyama ekuapim polo. Say 5,000 Ghana cedis. Prison wakura waya manti tia 5,000 nekofi. Ana say yabaka se wankwankwa dem infrinsia miyansa enti watina yasi o Friday na judgment no ebeba
na abusa for daily graphic da obokrata kitaminsam katafa darling boy
Mr. Mami kodi enkomo na kobna enkomo ya working kan sisi about ekwapim polo yi de bon krata dodo na aka ho asem yeso se Ghana for dodo na so ate na yepese ate aya niam ba ko mienu ase because sembisa bebre na ekokoso ora Gary ni mako mafo mranim ni yanko amano so na yene no eni nkomo kakra Gary da se mo akwa baba Nit FM so anope mpomo Gary bako so anope Cheer for Josu. I see. Right. So, court to determine fate of a Ekwapim Polo tomorrow. Or Chinefi, just say, near so far, Babeto Jana said, Ekwapim Polo. About you, socialite more or less. The creative industry, art and entertainment industry. Nano Infonibia, what they two abontin one in a ba. Ma child right for eco complaining, ma assembly police, dimo ma make us say a copy court. Ma court atnaso and rebua semino. Na ni enim se court to say one kon ye pregnancy test be. Yanko has one yam, and I want yam ansa na yɛbɛma ne sentence na yɛama no yɛ a yɛnnim mmara no ase no ɛba ne sɛn na ebia bibi saa ba sɛ yɛbɛ sentence obi a ɛsɛ yɛtumi ka sɛ okay yɛnkɔyɛ pregnancy test anaa
Yo, my main job, yeah, I'm church for now.
for Joseph.
I'm say, yes, you know, yes, sir, a year lesson for in a man. I'm now involved in the creative industry. But creative industry, when you say, because we really feel the because many more than human or creative industry. Yeah, and sometimes I have the number maybe so say now the trouble. Okay, Mark. The say now when you say yeah, say the back read because of these things unintended consequences. I'm saying I can move with be at all or the be a church say I don't know. I'm you know me maybe I could read unintended consequences. But I said very good. Some banshwa now I say cancer no. Now I almost said yeah. They are in the best way no. The best now I go for somebody and young lady no. I'm a quick. Before I put a fiancé. I'm put a fiancé no. Only need to go fiancé. I'm a quick. One of my subjects. I'm going to say something now. Now for the fiancé, yeah, I want to. No, I said, oh, very say grandpa. When you say, now for time I was several time no. One of the back. I said, I don't know if she. We are something I put on. And I can't the police you be. Because there can be a now. New be so we are not new be we appear to me no. Because one. I'm going to say be now or fair full and now fair fry. That's one. But by and large, you know, man in my point say be looking at the fiancé and now be a by the final. Because options or in Serbia, I'm not sure. I'm not a focal patch. So the way at least the option of maybe a lesser punishment, you know, and a better option for her. The Jimmy said, what could we cry now? The trauma itself, no, and easy. But see, one day, cry now. Because I want to get prison. I'm not going to police station. One day, cry now. And not from sir. Very difficult. I'm saying, you know, I'm going to share there. They won't say, who could more indecent exposure. A man who will for more. Munya Sadia. But you don't go to social media so. Then men go so much tricky. Not a black can we are saying, I don't have memory. So, that's why I have now. You can cut. And the other show. It's more tricky. So, more than a year now. Some of these exposures now are more. Instead of social fabric,
Okay, now so Gary, now me pese me who say eba ne saying is it say mmra no sa na tie say wo ba bi ansa na ebe sentence no no eye say judge ne ka say yenkoye pregnancy test anase wono ne lawyer no ebia ene woko kan wo court ho ebia wo lawyer ka sa asem na say oh me client wonyem ana wafa efuru enti na ebia court no because opese hu no kura wom no eno ba ko ye ebia obeka so ka ne osi wafa efuru yenko na yenko yenhwemo yenko pregnancy test ho na epese yeti ase kakra
okase wonyem dia na o show the test e ko court. And the only way I caught the Musa on your man, on your man, medical science, which is to be a bar on your Mosua, now on your Mosua, what to know that and then by evidence, and that's really treatment a test to determine what man has on you. Because on your man, maybe it may have an effect on the sentencing. So maybe because the court of equity and the court of conscience. Every Many of them are many, I will be a some no. Or when you the tear, young lady no. And you better a brana. Such a punishment now. Or better the entire circumstances of the case. The father said, yeah, one was equal at the time. Was so bad before so many guilty. What can you claim to guilty? Which means, my third court in the man to go through the long audio trial. My son, I'm a family guilty. So, the Bassana, and I know the mitigation too. Maybe I'm a second offender. And then to the law. We're going to cram with other. When a bad time, maybe I can send a mother. I'm for a shark with them. I feel the chop and the one, you know, Tapajas, Mencia, Pacha. Important to say, where you go. Yeah, you know, so you got so no. Until all the circumstances are much by not afraid of book sentence in the circumstances. Why is that? No, is to ensure, sir, or maybe I'm not be able to say, how do you know? It be a young man, yes, social. But I'm going to say, sir, obey idea, they honor us and hush. Until you know, a casa, not chopper, until you know, touch a mark in below.
Before I do chop, I know means and bisa sasem we you. Minim se Ghana emre mu no adie bi no bia wodi for e wo mra nanimu a ya fine wa prebebre bia cases ne bia fine wa ne ma custodial sentence bia akwakoda efiase ne ka ho se judge ka se yen koye pregnancy test ya ade a ye betimi afa ne se so obe fine wa on kan kire se koye pregnancy test we no my indication say or kwakoye pregnancy test in the one here na chese or be man custodial sentence you betimi aka nsa
It be kind of sir. Other judge in here, no, really got to. So, we can only speculate what might have transpired in the court. The law at the client here, you can't follow enough. And law could have explained it, or can we? Maybe other political affairs are there. I can only speculate, say, this might have happened. But I don't think so. The judge will have made up their mind, say, maybe teaching archie, the man who consider sentence. I don't think so.
okay
I don't want to preempt that kind of touch.
Okay.
Maybe what has transpired in court, no. And then my organization here, before this come around, my own be better.
Okay.
You know, because I can't say good, you know. The judge could have gone ahead to put down the sentence. When you get here, then you look at the law, the open sanctions under the law. It applies. So what you're saying. But maybe it's again, you know, or your bad tension. And my time bad time for the bill. Maybe not say yeah, no more bad time. Tell you to buy more than your bar.
Okay. Now, Bakwa, say a man for do I say me beto jo mo che o ma adwen na no pe uka se mu nyina wo kan se bia se che opa bi ne be pane ne ka ho. Ebi ensusuye ne se oh se ye de ne ba akoto afiase eno de ano be ye shinti be ya anka ye man community service. Na ya keka sa community service no ye mra mu ye community service bi om ana non custodial sentence you bi organa ha.
Sadia no. Dibia, you get touched by. But unfortunately, I'm saying the supervision, no. And I'm saying 24 days. What would you say? Minor offenses. They don't put you in prison. So they don't put you in prison. You are prison now because you overcrowded already. Sure.
Yeah.
It's all prison. You must go. For some for the man business. Maybe maybe now that man for several years it be trying. Now no one buy my just for what program be. Baby team keep up on things. I don't know if you are the trade, maybe you're going to be out now the 5 years for them. The brand just for them all. That's the problem. So you see So if I say, you don't consider sentence. Then I will come if you can be a correct here. Like I say, okay, polo, and now whoever you might think, we are not. If you say I'm a and no better form of punishment than a big grandpa in the final. So, that's permission, and I'm saying a problem. He's still no. So I'm running out of my Kuma. Yes, and some my man of offenses. I think if you are fierce done, then you commit sentence. And we are more, in my view, progressive in the society. So the buyer will be able to say, I didn't say, if I can imagine, say, oh, God, you now do a second. And I put it on one of my. And I say, if I say, now, but I say, okay, say, don't prepare. And I say, what the body when they say, and when they be on star, and now we say, if you're not crowd, I know, and no punishment to the person. Maybe not a formal, but punishment, no, it should be informative. You know, it should be informative. You say, I could be able to do things in there. But it's not a man of offense, no. It should not be informative. And to tell people, say, oh, young pressure, the issue of mine. He said, oh, we are bad, and so so we said, you, what do you mean, count the if I'm not wanting. So, who might be, but see, well, one of them, a double thing, one that you have a double thing, but okay, I see a fashion. So, it's almost a colorful.
Enti me mbusagari ti said Nancy about you as your friend Abnakokoi. Or ye video bit about 200 machine chese ne eno sa no will be betting aqua report to complain no so the Nako Jam.
Okay, we do the video again. I think video are indecently exposing you in terms of your private part. They are I put before and take action on it. So we decide exposure now. I'm not a back myself.
Okay.
What I say, I'm not a back myself. You know, yes, I see a modernity. I see a fashion. I see a the but I also now we shouldn't corrupt society and its morals and principles. Because you encourage who encourage you fresh. Asian, the 24 million. Could I be on more about my name? I'm not sure if she be. Let me say right. We didn't say wrong. I think we should be. What I say.
Okay.
Okay.
Quite do be about to abontin say court no at the board no. Say publication charges and say publication of obscene materials engaging in domestic violence, namely conduct that in any way undermines another person's privacy or integrity, and engaging in domestic violence, namely conduct that in any way detracts or is likely to detract from another person's dignity and worth as a human being. Meaning, say, BBC nunti ni sentence ne be a fine in terms of fine, and I be a jail term no saying na ne ketua obenya kra ne saying asotwe ne na be a ne kase. Okay. Okay. Okay.
But some of these things now, they are funny, either a small custodial sentence or a fine.
Okay. Okay. All right.
It's much easier than that. And you're quite another one. Another one can be another one. We are by the usual. So, should I go chrono? Okay, be my lady, now paracho or chrono. The paranormal is a person my faith. We can't say matter in the two minutes the baby and also okay. Okay, I can remember the fun. And I'm not a bond of real good behavior. I'm not the be. The court to know you part. Court to society anymore. Court more a part of living. Court to know yourself, but you be able to help the society. Society, you be a channel in maybe now because peacefully. In the congenial atmosphere, the different atmosphere. It's not a court in the Juma. It is not a change. If you hear me about na more social media and for guidance. The idea now, and we are the best to never selective Miss Moras. And our best to such a lawful way. But I could also we have protection. Then we are correct the Fanta wanting. And then, sir.
Before we go, Gary, me share with you mredim ni Samson ayeni ni awono so atwro e wo ye ne Facebook wall so na me kan kakra na me nje wadwunche kakra say she has not stolen or killed. People make mistakes and the pleading guilty is often the first sign of admission. It may be regret and a change of heart. There is no minimum capping for those two particular offenses. The court therefore has discretion to impose 1 day or more in prison, but not about 3 years. Then 12 Ghana cedis or more, but not above 6,000 Ghana cedis, and or a day or more, but not above 2 years. What may be the aggravating rather than the extenuating circumstances, including an apology and a period of good character in this case? The court is not incapable of telling the difference between genuine and deceptive or symbolic show of remorse. The court is duty-bound to sentence in accordance with law, taking into consideration all mitigating factors before it. Good luck to her. May all others get the lesson going for it. Say now, Unyam Ranim ni Samson ayeni ni swatcho.
Something kind of can and she, as I said, no, many lawyer near. And now we're near within another manner. Look at the minimal sentence. Very minimal sentence. This is a fine. Want to be a good behavior. Want to be a good behavior. Uncle Pacho. The court are mindful about the fact that India genuinely will apologize. I would say, will be a first offender. Will be sure the mother said now, the trouble now. Minister, I am not arguing here, not question. But I said, when we say be at the old, genuinely be a sin of all day. That could be a another problem. If you are a minister, the genuinely go to court, patrol court. That is the book of no banner, on a popular punishment, and other circumstances. I think that for now, the purpose are really achieved. The public is aware, the way it's best as a guide to go for what's being engaged yourself in this kind of behavior. But I think, in my view, it's enough. It's enough. You need to court, I guess, teaching action. Or by the hash, yeah. I feel you see, no. Negative replay effect. Negative replay effect. Because I had I'm not thinking, I hash and honors. That's how the behavior occur.
Okay, Gary. Yeah, that's the opinion. I mean, sure, Papa. Right. Right. Okay. You too. Gary ni makuma for ye mrenim ni anope wa boy wo ye asema ba beto dua ekuapim polo ye sure sa anope wate nia ato no na before mesan ba no ekuapim polo na nkasa bem sa asem na akoso e beto dua no wo ye video bi a wo de to abonten na wo pacho ye ntie nsem wo kan.
And the sadness is really eating me up. After I posted the naked picture in front of my son talking to him on his birthday. All that I want to say is please forgive me. It will never happen again. Even though I didn't post it for any bad intention. And it was out of pains that I went through when I gave birth to my son. I realized that the post was not good. So I took it off. Looking at the insults and the captions I'm seeing on my page, I've regretted posting it. I just want to say a big sorry to whoever I hurt by posting that picture, and want to say that it's not for bad intention, and even if not for my sake, the sake of my son. Chief, come. What will you tell Ghanaians?
Ghanaians, please forgive my mom. She's a good person.
Oh, please, I beg you, my son. I love him so much. He said, forgive me, please. I beg you, forgive me. It will never happen again. It will never happen again. Thank you.
Enti Brian for ni beto Drake apimpolo one ne ba friend ba no ma ne ba no so be kan ma me ho pacho se bonu de wode to ho no se na nya ne bone so oye wa wo fe mu bra no wo akoda no eno na emsa akoda no di na wo da no oye so okay one no etwa bibisa wode to abonten ba no onim se ba ko wie ni sei enti a chopa obi bia bi ade ama osia fem aya oya na bibi anya wo de no osi o pacho papa Ghana for chopa brana mfuni ni beto dwa manfo no mu twabo no
na ne ba ne so apache obi se ne maami ye ni papa nti Ghana for pamocho e
wa kwesi ai wo hye ahaya wase etirimupo wa wo se wo kwakwoto ayese etirimupo a wo de ya ade no nso ka ho ba wo fa kwesi wase ne right up no wase I am naked in front of you because this is how naked I was giving birth to you. So in case you find me lying somewhere, don't pass by, but see me as your mom who brought you to life. Oh, emotional write-up.
Me da se korama me kwa mano so DSP Olivia Rabna Adiku Ekasama Western Regional Police Command na yenko di eye enkomo ensemo a efi honom sin aba betodwa DSP da se mo akwa baba Neat FM so
yeah
boko de
yeah me na
ni edi kan wo update bi mayen arm robbery yeah course a wo mukun boga si o mu fi Switzerland pacho any update bia
yeah me see mo to the police e budu yeah and that Western Regional Security Council wa ma e be be as to give information there there only differ the robbery and our information about what my last I want to win to bonus to the now more last when it start 10,000 Ghana and I was asked and I think I think this I am will follow back so far no 1 year.
Oh, okay. And so far, that's the latest. But send your me not just say MONTIE Obia.
For now, you'll be doing there. If you quite sure, come let me know so I know Quara, yes, full of my
okay. And send your modia to just say be obi information. 10,000 Ghana cedis go benyano. Say me information na. Kwan ben so na memfa na monsa betimi aka.
Me for so say release no da ye wodo. Obia owo information dem no. Obotum o afa any of these numbers. Now one may so at numbers no. Yes, the number 0249 983333. Another number is 0244 591076. And I have the 0245 961522. At the same time, if I couldn't go to my regional command, and now I'm moving for Hanoa Bonamande. Yes, so three numbers 218345 and a 191 and a 122. So are available. And a police WhatsApp line 020 266 39122. So are available. So we are one for them to be through this means about 2 hours.
So apart from that, no police more in terms of security saying nyamam de gu akwem ne bi and say obetimi ni ache kakra because e bi kase am robbery am say man home ne sododo.
Yo me that say I intensify patrol this time I was stopping and concentrating now on motorbike because the boy asama was na green in nara motorbike na was here. Yeah, no motorbike operations are both there at night. Will be at the snap checkpoints and also the patrol teams patrolling. ɛna the day no ɔno nso NCC before ka one ma yɛ documentation of them yɛrehwɛ dɛ what document the correct you to say license it's a helmet for the rider now you are such a individual and I want to say yeah you been your instrument yeah na weapons to ba the name is very patrol so you know to wa ba ma yeah so yeah obi aye no but now no yeah bomna yeah okay some life at the same time we are conducting a lot of within the metropolis and even outside. Yeah, with the operations, so yeah, a review. I'm at it, yeah, then will be within the business district center. You can't start motorbike patrol. Honestly, they will be there while you have this black patrol both day and night in the business district center. The day and night for our famous, yeah, listen there about Buama. Residents of the Ministerial, the working is very secure in their day-to-day activity.
Okay. That's DSP. DSP Olivia Rabna Diku Ekasama Western Regional Police Commander and a pain on here check a crab getting some update or yeah Western Region Androbia course so Argentino Kakrenso Abamin Fibi Femchimo and I'm saying one here says Galamsey will never go away unless chiefs stop accepting bribes, etc. Cars, money, and gifts from illegal miners. Because see, I'm the opinion of Achim Kukubi. But the whole concession at in my area belongs to some pastor in Accra who has connections from above. That is Accra. He's even powerful than myself on my own land. I am prepared to supply anyone who needs further information. The Bushapeni Kwesibo Tracy in Australia. Bushapeni, what the hell? Okay, Ekufuadu took over the corruption fight of the law. Fight on the law from John Mahama, and it's now 100% under him. The only cheapest commodity in Ghana now is thievery and corruption. It is very common in every government institution. That's a positive change. Ewa Madina, NRD way, Edi Ebaye. Mukaila Jonas Adiya from Keri says the menace of Galamsey could have been solved long time, but I will promise or premise the blame at the doorstep of the NDC because in the 2020 electioneering campaign, NDC and Mahama went to those Galamsey areas and promised to allow the Galamsey operators that if they vote for them, they will do full-time Galamsey. Mukaila Jonas Adiya. This is exactly what Omampeni kind. Teacher Constitution, Riamwasi says, why is it that the NDC is still incompetent even in opposition? If you look at the way they criticize the government, they always behave like a pressure group. That's Teacher Constitution, Riamwasi, no, the about whom I say, Nanado, the president is on course with a fight against Galamsey. But fight against the illegal one. Nobody is above the law. Deal with everybody. I beg the MTTD boys. It's time for them to go out and educate drivers very well. That Opare Ewosuhum NOD no Eba Jagos and some. I think fighting against these Galamsey activities have been one of the toughest challenges for this country because activities from some of these illegal miners is not encouraging at all. So let's hope for the best as we all try to fight the Galamsey menace. That's Jagos in Sawam. Okay. Mamin Kinkaiwe. In Koswahini Nana Akun Esquire, East Legon Accra says, Mr. President, you need to take proper measures by punishing your big men who are bringing in those Chinese and illegal miners into this country. And I think Galamseyers should have been invited to this dialogue programs. Please kindly organize the dialogue meetings with miners first that are in Koswahini Nanakon Esquire. Mistake in Sawama Dwejiri. I am skeptical to take the inept corrupt Nanado serious on this Galamsey dialogue. He promised to put his job on the line to fight Galamsey, but failed Ghanaians woefully. So Nanado still have the testicular muscle and temerity to ask for evidence of his party officials who are involved in the Galamsey. Okay. Mistake, me brought for no paper. That's mistake. Let me show. The EU Election Observer Mission. Their report has re-emphasized the point of the MPP that 2020 general elections organized by Jane Mensah-led Electoral Commission were free and fair. Were not only free and fair, but met a range of international standards. And this is what the NDC should admit and eat their humble pie. Jesui blueprint writing from Esikado Ketan. Sami Boachi Asaman Kesi. Indeed, President Akufo-Addo is 100% right. And he's on point in the fight against Galamsey. We shouldn't politicize it or make it partisanship. That is Sami Boachi Asaman Kesi. 0503721744. 0503721744.
Ghana Muntie na mansanya so adawro Kofi Man homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo NEET 100.9 FM.
Yanto aso enko enim. Kora.
Yo.
Nsem no.
For daily statement kratafa tosonso na mitine. Minister for Roads and Highways Kwesiamu Akwata and okwa inspect project bi ana ekoso Adrenga no bypass wo. Na bra wo true Adrenga no bypass wo no. Enkofu sisi dan bebre ni status bebre. Ana wo ka kire municipal chief executive for Wadenta. Wo frɛ no Honorable Daniel Alexander Ninoi Edumwa. And was say honorable, was say yes, Mr. Minister. Have you seen all these buildings around Adrengano bypass? And was say yes, honorable. I will come here next week. By the time I will be here, all these buildings has been demolished. And honorable Yemisin Kakra. And was the minister was saying, and was say, I hear see one in a bunning in Atugu.
Nah, wafa amakwata. So I know a question about sign a see a presidential no show mum. I could say, Omo Buo. That's it now. I know a fast uncle China show Musem Bubu.
Over question.
Omubu Ningu. I say Ramza side one baby.
I don't drink no bypass. I dine starters no almost
yeah.
Also a money in a muna.
Yes, or she is the Aquaman as in show.
I was say a mass site, a bypass in any moon now.
Oh, how?
I was say a
planner.
A my bypass.
Many years saying yes, Abby,
Alexander Nino Dumwansi Yamusin.
There be a mobile quite be now on to Minga and him the other or a planner on a city engineer.
Was it demolished all erected at the Ramsar site close to Adrengano bypass project? Ombu adiabia obia wontiri ni nyina.
And there's no can but reason no mumu said the see.
Ama adia nanimu na ho ye adia no fe bypass no. Asa se etumi ayi no ho na esi what said the esi dan koko.
Him bypass.
Adrenga no bypass no. Na eho da ho. Enti obia free baby ba wo hu se this is a beautiful bypass. Bypass ya. Na dai bi tintin na kataso na hanso ne tintin na kataso hu bypass na ho ofani na ni onyam enti honorable so ebisa no 2 times say wommu de he no was wommu ni nyina and was say wate but so a process say untumi nkobu obi ejapade engusa. But honorable say by the next time obeba ho no na status ni nyina MC na bu ni nyina ato agu and was say
wafa yaji ato no so ahwe wafa yayi obu adan o
he will see what he can do.
So ono na obi to ayi bi ba Sprinter Square mu ho no ma yekodwiri ye no
akwan ya anya wo krom hu adoedo so akwan ya anya haja wado
na se nkwan hwe achiam
over kwesi na tema madawuruma se na emiamie ya mo wona omunya nsuo nom etama community 1 adequacy 12 nyino omunya nsuo tama new town pipe ma tama industrial area type pipe ma bon Gulf City bedi akon VRA ne fabi Saki community 25 Tama General Hospital Wakrampo, Insioma, Hospital Wompo, Insioma. Asama Itima Market, Tulaku, Bethlehem, Jericho, Lebanon, Kakasunanka, Michelle Camp, Botemai, Asama Sansi, just said the water man in Insioma, Entin Kofona Bob na ba. Ena Ghana Water Company Limited, Adekrate Pia Bonte say, Acting Regional Chief Manager, Engineer McDowell, Aye Hunyabui, and what I say, 1 more year routine maintenance. Enti na ama ensuo no, ema no. Enti adesi amuwa miya mabubo suwe nyina no, munya abotre, transmission pipeline biya, a free pong, treatment plant wade bano, a talkie. Enti baby a talkie no, at a say, womu digging and kakran de pickers. Womu digging free baby a pong treatment plant wano. The baby a supply kasian wan kasawa, at the mamu munya nsuo no. This womu tutun kakra, and tinya jumaketwa. Womu gusu sell. Ni aresu wa hane choki no eni yenyi finwa enyaha no ma kataso no mu ko womu tutu no mu ko no mu tutu no mu kwanti munya abotre na monse ada avenue so a mubetumi de enya nsuo tankers ni ade no mubetumi afrefre mu eton no na womu abremu before the meantime baby a wobetumi enya nsuo afri bia no montuto bitama kosi se womu be fix sa problem na wienti oba kwesi nsuo na munya no na nya bone dai womu ye treatment plan
na story back wa me hu online no me hu story no me bibi kakra o obi akodi bone ya sha brantie bi na okorobo county director of IMF county director within fear dionu nkuno 29 me boa na yesi ejele no 20 years
adesha.
Oh.
Now country director.
Ben kase sa. Asu na prison no me kase ya no msi o me vie na the assistant depending ade.
Country director. Ukwa country director. Representative from other country to this country.
20 years.
Ayo wafakwasi.
Dali mo akwase 80 years.
20 years.
Oy. I say we the foreign sentence ashemu ana we the local they are mixed.
Yeah, the two. And nipa no a wo robo no krampo no. Why country director.
Ube si your boss your bokwan.
Enti we no 20 no ya the man ya the pesi assistant na pesi ya the tuna so na assistant
na. Ba no afo nyina akọ. Achina.
20 years.
29
years. Enti obeba no we di 49 years.
No abo akokora wi o de dia ka be nenam kafe na obeko school a wako yeso so ukosua adwuma tebia omuwo dale boy yesi omuwo
robo no second
enyuma
country director representatives from foreign country
IMF in your country IMF in your country
na dale boy ndi yesi prisons wo omusu ansa no adwuma ne ade.
Don't go to answer one.
So any at least. But the batch children read so about carpenter tells you 3 years. Nani obi na adoma wanya ayi. Saloon be a baby.
Me if it's 20 no man that's what I mean is my thinking. I mean because na made me margin is a prison near the idea near the system man for. Auntie wom say no no me nkase no ye ne yo so ka ko robo you know. I'm not saying that yes. But
betimi agum kakra na ne ho aha
20
okọ robbery na okowi ai see wo robbery ni ye kromfo yamfo atuo pepe o
say robbery say na story na kan
okay
I'm sure say maybe at the gun point because normally say okutetu aha my main kind comments kakra memra ne nto aso OPK will go so say Nanado and the NPP on course with a fight against Galamsey with a national dialogue on illegal Galamsey, which Mahama and the NDC couldn't do for 8 years. Yo, what the Amonshas, Yamuyan is saying, Namuyan Mahama couldn't do. Mahama couldn't do. Now, Moyana, so almost and Nado couldn't do. Yo, more politicizing. Modia, munim say adwenkyere na omo so obiara mbra obiara fa NDCO MPPO EPPO enti mo sha ase na mo send message mo de ba me de make kan ma mo na omo so sha ase de ba say na ado couldn't do a eya mo nsu Sule Sunyani says every country on this earth is going through difficult economic crisis due to world COVID-19 pandemic. The only way out is for us to support the government to secure or to rescue our economy back to where it was before COVID-19. The current economic situation is not only Ghana, but the entire world. Let's support our visionary President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to transform Ghana for all. Sule, Edifi Sunyani, and Wadi Eno Ebaye. Because see, only the NDC and their GM, whose intention is to lead their party in 2024, will say that they didn't lose 2020 election. So EU shouldn't waste their time explaining anything to them. That Kwejo Edupako, President Concerned Patriot of Facebook, Achimesio, no dear no. If he this one says the hypocritical nature of Ghanaians, dear. Ekuapim Polo pleaded guilty in court, so the court is duty bound to sentence her in accordance with the law, taking into consideration all the legal factors. What mechanism can the court use to determine genuine or deceptive show of remorse? That is one here from Fighter Kweku Boache. I have now understood why God pushed Jane Mensa to mention Nanado's name as the winner of the 2020 election, because Ghanaians, including the media, would have been saying John Mahama has brought back Dumso. If this name was not Mr. Kasante Abusokai, you wanted to win, no, you didn't win. So this one, I don't get it.
Ghana Muntie, Naman Sanyason, at the Roko Fiaman Woman so ejiji tonton sansan, would need 100.9 FM.
Yanko enim 70 bi wo de Bonkrat enima anope yedi pia atoaso edi amamo. De Bonkrat ano.
Yo, abusuafo ya to amuso dia na kratafa edunsia. Ewo Daily Graphic mu na mejina. Na wo bo amane ese se wo kopie mu ewo enkran. Tamamoto we ni so dia e asefem. Edru adwumra enkani ana yago seboja elesisi ho. Wasi ene ya yeso solar panels yi enkani ewo ho. Na so darling boy ka wo munya de ye fita nkeye edru anadwo a ase bobo na esisi wo ukọ wanim na ufa outer lane ni so a ti se odi ko raspingtons mu nu kra de enye kra afei wo ya akodru motorway na no ewotem no eho so enkoyie ena aka kakra ma ofri to boot yi a ewo anu ha yi aba ma oho no so wo mu chese enkoyie kra ntimpanyifo enhwe na wo mu tu ho na mom enu da nchen a emia ni bi wo ho no mu a Daily Graphics say wo mu bo anan ekohwehwe post ne ho say light ne bobo ho no darling boy yi bob nhihwem enti wo be hu sekani adua ni si wo but eniwa na ehyemu abeso ama wa hunu kwam no ebi enni ebinum ensu emu enti we de wo mo twempanyifo adwen abaso say light no aye dim dodo aye yi gon dodo enhuna de ye ene bi nso so wa ho a bob nhihwem nti wo mo nhwe no muntu ho na mansana direchie bi abebo omen
na the new crusading guide the abakrata fa toso na no wade John Peter Mewu Minister for Railway Development mfoni abetoa na papa ya asem a wo kan se aban be maga na hawo ba train no ebeya contemporantam na ente bi amponi ye ne South Africa fo ekwasa contract a wo mu be ye prayer train ya sky train na sky train no ebeya rejuvenated na sky train no mo ko ayi no Dubai no ama so akọ Dubai
ba sure there be
aha se wudru Dubai a eye ekwan yo carway ye kwan aka afaso ekwose ya obo se ekwan na aka afaso no na train enso nam ekwan na pempempe ena ebi wo kura train I tell you train na hange ade akutemu sei ena enam wiem enti ebi wo kura na nam wa pempem na aba bese ko na sky train na nam wa pempem na bese ko enti ya ba be ye bi wa ha enti free cycle baby a car nam say na train no so nam car no apempem enti train ne car ne nyina ekope na be train a na nim no ye te say epia eba say na enamudi na tem enti say nipa no kọ makwara market a no what train num na edeno na edeno kwa makwara market epese yakwa amasaman sky train ne yatim na muhwe fom oh Ghana be a beautiful city na obia obebe bia be hu se ei mampani develop o man pa o enti sky train no eba no ebeboa pa na sisi ase ye kwa akoto train ni bia ka ho diesel one ye nto petro de no enum petro dodo but ye to diesel one no a enu sei etumi kopa na ba na kwa tenso enti ni nyina ye niama omudi egu akomu a ye ba be ya betumi aboa na o man yakobedie aye ten with that sky train no to aso ten na ye koba
yo kratafo dunsia daily graphic mu ni abusafo kwami asare buodu na atwa asemi abeto ha na kwami asare buodu kire se agoman hene na kuako sapon ena edi nsem bi atodwa na kwami kuako sapon asema odi todwa ene se sade ne ye friend se technology abefo kwase ye faso di dwuma no kwa na ekosoro no ta wo yo man a the opeso ka ne se na wam wani akoho na wani be ko ho a ene se wo so man bi ani ho betimi aye kese asene enipa a ewo mu no oman bi ntimi nya kese nsere emu nipa enti wo oman wo pesa wo ye kese na kron na kwankan na wudi yi a ewo sect mamufuo no ana wo hwa se wo be pagya wagira nkonkon so na no na aboa ama wo a wo se wo ye oman no watumi agyina brane na wo ka ne se ya na wo ka ne se wo se ewo se nipa a wo oman mu yabo wo ho ka na entity ya safata ewo abef kwan so no wo mutumi enya bie afa no da nchen kra se ICT schools ahodo ya edi wonjuma ewo ententanfidie so no so school fees ni ade na ne buo ya aboden a edru ba bia yebetumi ahonhon so se de be ya Ghana obia benya nimdia ewo abefo ekwan so se de omani mpuntu obetumi agira ne nasom wo san esre bio se ya meyani ankotemamufo ho ne ya nse ye sika ewo temamufo am anya nimdia ewo abefo kwan so de a ene ne omani beka achi na se wo mayen ense na ho de yebetumi akasa asemasi ye na ye yie de a opacho yemfa China nye susuduro na oma ya ma ye yie nti Ghana so betumi aye na se yetwi ye ni yesi ye de ho to ye fomagudi anko aso yesi ye de ye ho eto ebi a eniema hudo bi a ye yanko aso de anya de a ebetumi akonkan ye be ya kwasiko no agyankwantia kwanda da no a enti ye nane eniemam na mabunu enkokora empanyini obi ensue bibia befo kwa so mobile phone a ye pack de ye mpe companies ye nkyra ese laptop a ye nkyra sa niema no e na epedi oman na ye ntimi nkoso anfo ye ho ntu kokon so da bia ye ntimi nto nkoso ye ho ntu gold so da bia ye nsa kyra ye ho na beboa ama oman no afa ntawa pa efra
na papai Kandifo Institute ya woman na serve award center head of state award scheme na penipa wada no executive director aye Pagrave Boatin Dankwa and what I say ana no wankwate a enkofo ti radio so ene ya no tap ana da no amubesi kura mfaso ni so ana da no ebesi anyare na 5 million no adoso dodo edan no amampani besi no enu na ye one of the greatest achievement ya mampani betumi di ne nsesi ne bua kase Mercy Ghana Award House 5 million Ghana cedis no krampo no ehun se enkomu ye yi kram mpanke because edan no wo mu si edan mu na die si wo enya nkwara adan bi a ye baba ena internet na di no so wo mu ba no wo mu behu se edan a ya tre nim eno ye betra ne se tiwe e de light bebom na ebe edura na do ebe bright nti obi abehu ena ebe brink so said ebe you be ya tro Ghana Award House with hyphens ye ni say ya ni ya say ni e taase ye Ghana Award House and is one. And internationally, Wobia see me know a baby who say, hey, Ghana Award House, Ghana Award House. No better me crack work or Twitter pictures. Any idea to chat service, the idea Google internet so now for like it. And tia dine no ya baby see no. Mon shan the papem and the pair de ba. Therefore, ne say bia, your man penny pursue man for award. Na ye invite you, kwesi, ye invitation letter. Bra awards house wo. Now what do one when your baby at na condition bon? Ni abo din say award ya de ma kwabena ma for president na si emfama no. Na won until red carpet so that's ya to ni adan esi won mu ahwe yi a yete ya ne yakasa na dan no ni mfaso na dan no na ti say dan na ti say edan no ye esan say award yi a Duke of Edinburgh International Award, His Royal Highness Prince Philip, the husband of Queen Elizabeth II of Great
Duke
Britain.
Of Edinburgh, no.
Duke of Edinburgh. Edinburgh International Award. His Royal Highness Prince Philip, the husband of Queen Elizabeth II, the Great Britain. Recognized as the head of state award scheme in Ghana. Papa no krampo eka say of waso. The way we no empo kan so of waso. Enti wo mo sha ho komo ate. Efe na Ewurade adom abem. Enti aye International Non-Formal Education System Award yadema people between 14 to 24 years. Omo ewo oman ni mu ne yebo omo abaso. Enti eye.
Yo. Yeah, busiafo yanto amuso wo Daily Graphic mu katafa edun suan. Na samba kwa court krata dia beto ha ne say Emmanuel Adu Jamra na atrophy wanchi. Wasi wanchi High Court. Ekwa asetena. Na wahye Electoral Commission impre nu so say original documents ya effect Chiman South 2020 parliamentary election on Famra Court na womunya inspection ewom sanse NDC amanyokuo no ehwehwe se sankrata no ebeba na wachiremu a parliamentary candidate Ora Christopher Basonti aha wono ana esre court no sama court no so je pene ema wo sha electoral commission anamsifo ye wo wanchi wo se wo mu fa sankrata ne mra na yemu akire no obi ahunu de etuamum na court no ese sa documents no eye registry honomo ene wo mu be kan no wo mu be hwehwemu na wo mahunu de etuamu pa ebe koso epo bosome de toso edunkuno ewo bosome yimum eno da nchen ya bra sa enkrata no ehwehwemu be koso registry honom eye nom yenu kosi no nan na presiding judge Justice Frederick Nawura ese ya ma party achitafo emma ehonom se registry ho wo mu megyina ho mahwe de ekoso cap court proceedings ho enti wuntimi ma ho se wo ya party titani nti wo ba behwe de enkrata animu bi da bi wuntimi ma enti de beto dwabia no mo mpanyimfo no a wo mo eka asem ne ho no ebeba abebom mu eno ho asem ya eda Daily Graphic atafadun so eno no that
Mamin kan comment ni bi na to asen ko eni mo jimedie ne so one here says Kwasi, I greet you. I take it. Now it says I want to tell His Excellency the President to be extra vigilant in picking up the CEOs and DCs, etc. Because some of them might lead the MPP party to opposition. Kojo Trumpet, Tasty Aspects Fast Foods, Bubuashi, and Odianofi. Amano Ansa Adenta, everything shows President Akufo-Addo is prepared to put his presidency on the fight against Galamsey. Indeed, Nana, you are a generational leader. How I wish the Constitution makes provision for your third term, or the Constitution, I'm sure that's what you want to say construction. Constitution makes provision for your third term in office. That's Amano Ansa Adenta. Robbie Fashion, so NDC will not come to power 2024. The battle is still the Lord's. That's one here. Robbie Fashion. Now, Kwasi, you are wasting our time. You know those behind the Galamsey operations. In fact, they are in. They are also at the dialogue. The seized excavators owners, you knew them. Arrest them. You rather arresting innocent laborers. You said you don't want to hear rumors. Okay, where's the complaint center? Labby from East Legon. And no dear no eba. You team say Labby papa. Na ya can Galamsey home komo dear and pay ye dibia come but Rakofi Asante Mensa a member Media Coalition Against Galamsey. Na odi asem bia ba betudwa. Ye ne no enni nkomo. Ofi ada asem akwa baba ni tefem so.
Sanye meju ko
Nempomo en.
Rana don pon.
Na dialogue here koswe okrata kinkan na say uni gidie wo mu say ade be akosi bibi be akosi aga ho.
Na se bi enye ne dik na ya dialogue ni bi. It's again we did the national dialogue in 2018 in December 2018. The first stakeholders in Echo Bennett, the Grumo, ASA, in Adiana, Yelban Adiana, Niantic, Nianfa. These are some of the words that came out of it. Words like new framework, new policy, road map, words like community mining, all of these things came out of that national dialogue held in December 2018. 3 years on.
Was it 2019 or 2018?
2018.
Okay.
2018. 3 years on, almost, we are here having another conversation, national conversation. That's not bad. That Oko Parliament in the State of the Nation's address. Now say my energy is a thing, national on it. Yeah, and none yeah. Now,
and Pacho, just a quick one, Pacho Bibre. 2018 the okay dialogue. Why and now my year dialogue no?
The president of the republic, we do meetings in my bar was the environment minister, Professor and some of us went to the chairperson, media coalition, were friends with Nashibe, and some of us were there.
Okay.
Of the call. So I have videos of it, and I'm sure it's even on YouTube. You can easily find. Na kasa ba ewo jumedi na se no eno na ama magina ye me na atakra kasa bi ko say memfa here say atesem enfanya asem mpanyin say atesem so ode mpanyin ka no kra kan je
mpanyin say atesem bokuro kan no na apesa kan na de na apesa kan
atesem bokuro. That was so nice.
And yes I know mpanyin kan no say won fa atesem nya adwuma eno no ni o mpanyin nya adwen
mo say ye wo Nema yede konketa se shene project wo men no na crystal blowing at na mampeni say ye receive extra obi ayesu se bibi boni bi koso wo asemesi bi akache ana obentin bi akache na ye receive extra asemesi bi ana obentin bi ana police ni bi na ye mu hwehwemu na ye mu se enye no kware ana enye no kware a if ukacheze ne mampeni me bata sema nyasa awu me fa here say nyasa ma na say senya ya boy mbra fi dada na no ani ba befem date na me kana because we have shown you evidence through the Tiger IPI Galamsey Fraud Part 1 evidence of your staffers taking bribes and pursuing several illicit nema malfeasance committee ayasha ya bambane Galamsey nema kusina enye yema na yema for new framework we only jump for one nam man here any takwa ni yema they are still mining at the blind side of you the president and another the evidence being through the special prosecutor. What happened to that evidence? We had people fighting against it. It went to court, and Charles Bishop and a couple of others were exonerated. They were just given free bites. They should walk free and they should go. But not to say, which I'm not studying, undercover. Don't forget, 2012, early part of 2012, you were then a flag bearer. With excellent the president, you said you would use the NAS principle to fight malfeasance, corruption. Now, you didn't even only say that. You said you would employ young people to do more of ANAS work. More or less, you would institutionalize the undercover job. You have come 2012 when you made the 2006 when you have come 5 years in it. You have started with youth policies, the NAPCO, the name it is. Undercover investigation you made where you acquire and tell vitamin with that. They are not doing a Jumaya. This morning, question call Canadian Japan. But not 92 so any on man so. Na some of Kafan and now the Danko Kufa and appointees on Galamsey. Because you have something to mean that and it didn't say Nanado Jenahose Dia in Nini or Galamsey to pay more. People like from Boating on the bar, excavators a year in Ugu Akase. Elvis also Toby, Elvis, MP, also Toby. Other people have practically robbed us, and there has not been a single audit of the activities of that ministerial committee. The Gumi, I was you, Bia, Fan Hunko, Kwa, Ubia, and free as this wool, and Pombanti, Ubia, and free. And we are here doing another dialogue.
Is it, Senior Osi can say, Kofi, is it not the case? Yes, on am hope free, essence, yes, a yatism, Sebi yatism, ye kaye. Ninsekru ne bim kodi keke ebia nyina so bie ni ho enye no ntikranti na mo mampanyi ejina so ka se look me mfa atisem enye adwuma because ode atisem obeka asem no wahu ebia ejina mframa mi na Kofi waba beka kwesi aboagye oye galam de enso ebia behu na nyina so enya no kore ba wate na Kofi wu kan enti ebekọ eba akọhwẹ mu yi na ade enya no kore enya ntino mampanyi boy kokose me mfa atisem nye adwuma ena wa ebem se nka ububa ohwe a ense da nko your favor na atwe san ye se atesem bokuru enti insekuro nsunsunso ha o man bia ana
Kwesi mo ne wonya nsanya sa bisa atesem bokuru pa ene act a friends the whistleblowing act na kai say ye fi wokra because ebebo ye nkro yi di amaye ti kena Japan what they announce the nkra na ye kena Japan say announce the assessment that evidence shown to you, video evidence, which will be raw tape, which you upon chroma, but say raw tape, I tell me about for what raw tape. Yes, here the raw tape in a comma special prosecutor and a one and common. When Namachi and Namashirajan and Nema and Yaku and Accra High Court, a song, between home, may say, but a local change, not a kind of dear. And put a yes in Qatar. He's not a member of the National Democratic Congress. He's a member of the New Patriotic Party, telling us, mentioning names, to say, for example, from Boating, to say, Windium, Mekuduku, and so many names, mentioning names that these people have disappointed President Kufuor. Or saying, and all boy Kufuor, now what boy Kufuor didn't move by, and what did the pack at the moment, we see so many some that's a free SHS and I think Galamsey. So he has spent money to intercept documents, alternative is on and he mentioned names people who have virtually left the Kufuor to be a tree without roots of both in a Dimako. Nano, the day 2 example, near 2 Major Mahama. And Erastus, sorry, don't call Mansie, Nansia evidence that you're the Baba too, you're not your thing with vitamin, you're thing with Jamibia. So all of these things from the kind from journalists and now from Erastus, sorry, don't call, and all of us evidence that they're being that is the point we are making. And never see an excavators, we can't find them. Like I said, no single audit has been done. From Pomboating, so the sheriff from Pombo arrest from Pomboating today, arrest Charles Bishop today, arrest which men will not get in now. And don't influence mmerɛ before no na wɔnyɛ wɔmfa baabi a mmara no da no wɔse nsuo na wɔsɛe no yɛn forest and arable land na wɔsɛe no they are free to use cyanide, they are free to use mercury to say will be too good or many more. Court of one and can the Union said you ever boy and send the amount that one cross on your galamsey, community mine and senator. It tend to NPP party mining in the office of Professor Frimpong Boateng. And I was saying, you're called 2020 about me, Nisika. Nti mumwe mumaye mabane de mumwe mumaye yen konko mine yen pese camera yen fanko to about video evidence eyi nyatasen Professor from Boateng and members of the New Patriotic Party having a conversation in their office till today. Then when you come and we have a national dialogue, fine. So I said, yeah, president. We cannot think right out there and you will rally and we'll keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. Now, what Kasa said, in fact, as an opposition for if I was the president, I would be listening and bring the opponents, opposition for the Komoba, which they wonder what time, wonder one power sem, what the guanos on our tenancy, got me, see opposition from the year because I can't be everywhere as president of the republic. Instead of Messi ministers. Now, 2016, basically in 2021, Galamsey Komwe, another than for His Excellency the President said, ne appointees in Obia who sita sakado. He says no, Obia nya body bia busy and ask any Japan say, Nyananado a person or chilling a yellow carrier.
Okay. All right. Moving. I better see him so watch it in same Yamin Sharpa.
God bless you,
Kofi sentiments a member media coalition against Galamsey. Wacheche na semi omanpanyi asem a woka wone no anya adwen bi se atesem no eno nso hia eno nti na Ghana yaye bibia fe no whistle blowing act ne ka ho enti wono ne de no. The president even put his presidency on the line for the fight against Galamsey. What are the results? He became the facilitator of Galamsey for his party members and supervised the disappearance of over 600 excavators. Up to date, no single person has been held accountable. That Eja Bata, Adenta, NOD, and no Efibai. I totally agree with President Akufo-Addo. Fighting Galamsey should not be partisan politics because when landmark and river bodies are destroyed by the Galamsey operators because of their selfishness, the ordinary Ghanaian will surely suffer. Yao Sankede, Ewa Taifa, Nodiano, Ebae. The government should be serious about accidents on our route. They have a stakeholders meeting concerning mining. What about accidents? Yawedu, Silver Corner, Mataheko, and Odiano, Firiba. Galamsey is destroying our lands and water bodies in at this time. Good measures are put in place. That is Ankoma Foster, Chim Airebi, and Odiano, Efi Ebae. I'm not sure you are determined to enforce laws against Galamsey because we have heard this promise before. So be pragmatic and stop deceiving us. You even put your presidency on the line, but excavators and other heavy machines disappeared. Up to date, no single person has been held accountable. That's Abladi. If you kuma zongo takrade and odiano if you buy Eben Wakwabinya say, if I may ask, since when did the incompetent President Akufo-Addo realize it's through dialogue that illegal mining can be fought? Ghanaians are fed up with this akrokro. That is Eben Kwabinya and Odiano Efi by Yanto Asianko in the engine 70 been soon feed the bankrate in Kora. Yanshe.
Abusuafo ya toaso de bokrata ya friend say Ghanaian Times kratafa tosu du 9 wode abewatesa resident coordinator Emma United Nations Development System in Ghana Orata Sabani ena woni eranum bi eka no ho representatives awomu free UN settlement program UN Habitat ena United Nations Office for Project Service Omu Kambo Mua, Omu Kwasra Minister for Works and Housing, Honorable Francis Asenso Buachi, Emrasebe Donia Udrama Adeshawa Bantama. Nabra Womu Kwa Yanon Komano Ko Kama, Aya Katesi Ko, ɛna wɔn kɔɔ minister yi nan so na bere a wɔn du hɔ no ɛna resident coordinator yi akyerɛ mu sɛ Ghana ɛne United Nations ato abasakɔ mu a ba no wɔ adansie mu ɛne nnwuma mu a wɔn wɔ nkitahodie soronko paa na wɔn pɛ sɛ wɔn hyɛ mu kena sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a sustainable development goals 2030 no wɔn bɛtumi aduru ho despite sɛ COVID-19 abɛha adwene bebree nanso nneɛma bebree a wɔn hyɛ aseɛ no wɔn bɛtumi awie na ɛbrɛ a n'ano si yɛ ɛna ononyanfoɔ Francis Asenso Boate nso kyerɛ mu sɛ aban no ɛwɔ anidasoɔ sɛ wɔne stakeholders ahodoɔ no bɛhyia na wɔn ayɛ consultation ɛna strategic partnership a ebetumi aboa na Ghana adansie ho nsɛm etumi akɔ nkan enti ba a wɔn baeɛ no wɔn koraa na n'ani da kwan sɛ wɔne wɔn bɛdi ahyia na wɔn atoato adwene agya mpanin sɛ adwene ni baako foɔ tirim ma mpanin na n'adeda nkɔ akufo adompo wɔn na ɛyɛ co-chair ɛma eminent groups of advocacy a ɛwɔ UNSDG enti wɔn nso saa asɛm yɛ papa yi kan yɛ da n'akoma so enti ba a wɔn baeɛ no ɛyɛ efiri saa abere de kɔ no wɔn ba abɛsi nkonnwa adwendwene sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ nkitahodie soronko ebetumi akɔ so ɛwɔ UN ɛne Ghana ɛba no ndwuma ɛne adansie mu a.
Na me to asono katafa dunso ha ya ɛna mesan gyina bie mu. Na political desk report any European Union Election Observation Mission womu na akasa. Womu asi animanimu ya no. Ye emodawuro ema Ghana de hye nyina sɛde ɛbɛyɛ a wonim die mu ɛbɛda hɔ. Ɛde afa yabato ensɛm ho. Afei electoral offenses basabasa ya na ekoso ewo yabato ebre. Ni titiriw wase bribery. Afei eniema ahodoɔ so obi hye obi kutupa. Se kodi dwuma asemasi ana obenten ya ɛde ɔsɛyɛ ebre ɔman no. Ɛwɔse ɛyɛ ho nkyerɛkyerɛ. Na ɔse Ghana mamra no efe bi ɛwɔ hɔ no ya ɛwɔ under ɛhyɛ criminal code na se 1966. Afei no da nkyɛn a representation of people's law 284 ya ɛkyerɛ ade kyɛkora sɛ abatoɔ brɛ obi bɛkyɛ wadeɛ kwan a ɔbɛfa so akyɛ no no etimi kyerɛ sɛ saa nipa yi wɔpɛ so wɔtɔ wadwene ɔpɛ so wɔtɔ nipadua enti ɛno kora asotwe ɛwɔ hɔ asaafoɔ na ɛsɛ sɛ yɛde ma wɔ mu enti Ghana emposi ato aba na basa wɔko ansi basa ya ahodoɔ bebree electoral violence no sɛ yɛka bribery wokyɛ obi adeɛ wotrate obi ne nyinaa ka ɛho bi afei no da nkyɛn a wɔn si nhwehwɛmu a European Union mpanyinfo a wɔn ɛhwɛ abatɔ ɛho nsɛm so no ehunu yɛ ne sɛ Ghana ha yɛto aba a ɛka yi si ɛka a wɔbɔ nyinaa nkuntabuo pɛpɛpɛ bi ani ho yɛmu nkota sɛ bi a yɛma ne dama na asasɛmpoa enti yisi edi dwuma sɛ yi wɔtɔ A4 sheet miɛnsa wɔtɔ pan mmienu nkuntabuo ni hɔ nso saa nkuntabuo no wɔse asɛsɛ ɛba afei sika a wɔn ade tɔ nnuane wɔn kɔfɔm ne wɔn yɛ adwuma ɛkɔtwerɛtwerɛ ntable so kotintim kɔfɔ nsam a wɔn no ne nyinaa ho asikasɛm ɛwɔ sɛ yɛhwɛ ebu ho nkota sɛ yɛbu yɛ ne gu so saa adeɛ a ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛbɛha adwene paa afei wɔse adeɛ baako biam so a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛhwɛ ya parties ahodoɔ ne nyinaa ɛne wɔn candidates ɛmo wɔn ani ɛko ho paa ɛyɛ akyɛdeɛ donations in kind wɔkyɛ adeɛ ne wɔde gye biribi saa nneɛma ne nyinaa wɔse yɛhwɛ na yɛte so na yɛde mmara no yɛ adwuma na wɔse mmara no ɛwɔ hɔ nso Ghana yɛmfa nyɛ adwuma enti wɔn srɛ Ghana sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛabɛtɔ no kɔ nkan na duru sɛdeɛ aborɔfo no yɛ wɔn nneɛma no deɛ a saa nneɛma wei ne wɔn ho a wɔn ka kyerɛ enti yɛmfa yɛn ni akyire ne yɛntu ɛho anamɔ
guide ya mede wie no wɔde aba no wɔtɛ sɛ ayi adwoada no ɛkyɛ mu no na ne ukuada no ɛna the Herald Democrat ɛde bɛto abɔnten sɛ wɔn mu fa adwumayɛfoɔ ɛwɔ Ministerial of Foreign Affairs na saa adwumayɛfoɔ no a wɔn mu fa no akɔyɛ kokofu bɔɔbɔ wonua nim a yɛ mpaasew abusua ntɛmfa minister abusuafoɔ director abusuafoɔ abɛɛmufoɔ nkoa ɛne yɛfa wɔ mu ɛma nam so Emma penny baako kura mpo de n'ano to mu bi a wɔtɛ sɛ saa adwuma no a yɛfa ayɛ kokofu bɔɔbɔ no MPP mmabuni bi wɔ hɔ no mu wɔn awie school wɔn nya adwuma anya a yɛbɛtumi afo wɔn amu wɔn anya adwuma ayɛ ɛna akɔyɛ nnamfoɔ ne abusuafoɔ nko a na no ɛna Minister of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration nti wɔde Foreign Affairs Minister Sɛre Ayɔkɔbɔ twɛmfoɔ ne yɛbɛtoa ɛna wɔka ntiawa yɛmfa adwumayɛfoɔ wɔ hɔ wɔn mfa a wɔka bia yɛmmie kwan to hɔ si yɛmfa wɔka bia ɛno nti sɛ obi wɔ adanseɛ bi a kyerɛ sɛ Minister of Foreign Affairs ɛfa wɔkɛse a wɔmfa mmɛto dwa na to the best of their knowledge no wɔn mfa wɔka bia ɛwɔ Minister of Foreign Affairs nti yɛmmɔ ntum.
Yeah, na deɛ bi nso bi de nso so ɛwɔ graphic katafa aduonu num darling boy Emilia Enin abenatro asɛmi aba wɔsi driver ni kukurodurufoɔ bi wɔtimi aboa ma apolisifoɔ akyɛ akramfoɔ awɛmfoɔ a wɔnom kɔ ɔkorɔnobɔ ɛwɔ nkranha so tuom empatam hɔ enra driver ni yamfani di ama yɛsi wɔtwi Nissan ovan minibus bi apasinyafoɔ wom na akramfoɔ yɛsi wɔn kɔbɔ korɔno ɛwɔ Antieku apolisifoɔ so wɔn wɔ hɔ ne yi wɔn asokyɛ sɛ bɔne bi kɔ so patrol team na ne wɔn bɔ anan sɛ wɔn kɔ wɔn kɔduru yi a ne akramfoɔ ne wɔn nya asɛnketo afei wɔn fa wɔn moto tipa wɔn abɔ korɔno ɛdi nsɛmɔni awie sɛ adwane ɛne trɔtrɔ driver yi ɛde ne trɔtrɔ yankyi wɔn nkyɛn mu enti gɔta bi a ɛda hɔ ɛna akramfoɔ no ne wɔn moto ne nyinaa ne emu sɛ suru wɔn ɛkɔhyɛ mu na trɔtrɔ no nso so lusu ne balance ɛmo ɔno nso so kɔkɔ pem yɛ nti apasinyafoɔ ne bi ɛprepra ama driver ni nso ɛpra akramfoɔ no nso ɛpra nanso so posifoɔ etimi ɛkyi wɔn wɔ gɔta na trɔtrɔ no bɔ wɔn kɔhyɛ mu no gye sɛ deɛ wɔn akɔdi aposifoɔ nsɛm.
Deɛ me di wie koraa ɛyɛ adwumtuo mu abranteɛ wɔyɛ Nigeria nnwomtoni yɛfrɛ no Peruzi na Peruzi ɛna Davido abranteɛ Davido wɔno kura no wɔbɔ you know that dolly you know God banana it's a mama love oh and it belong to you and it belong to wow I mean one na yase ne girlfriend na wɔne ne tie yɛfrɛ ne Chioma Chioma yi na nse na wurum ɔbaa sɛ wɔn agyae wɔne Chioma no agyae na wɔne no agyae sɛ nokora nya nokora sɛ nokora nya nokora ɛne wɔn sɛ abranteɛ bi a Davido yaboa no paa ɛwɔ abrabom ne asetena mu asɛ nye ɔno a ɛnka abranteɛ kura wɔne baabi da Peruzi saa yɛse Peruzi no na wakɔ akɔfa Chioma no na no na wɔn yɛ Peruzi interview no ɔse saa bɔne kɛseɛ paa saa wɔntumi nni na wɔn wɔte wɔ yi wɔka nokora sɛ nyɛ Davido a ɛnka wɔn kura obi anim no ɛyɛ Davido yi na fa no ɛna wɔkurakura no nkakra despite sɛ wɔnyini kyɛn Davido ɛnso Davido no na aboa no wɔ n'abrabɔ mu a ɛma waduru baabi a waduru yi wɔfa kɔ wɔntumi nya no bɔne saa ɔntumi ɛmfa Chioma dabi.
Okay. Meda sikobra mame nkɔma no so ora Richard Asamoah twetwefo ma NPP wɔ Techiman South constituency na enra Techiman South parliamentary election no petition no ɛho nsɛnsɛm court ɛtena so na yɛkɔ ne akɔji kakra fi ora Asamoah on saying ora Asamoah da se mu akɔ baba ni TFM so
bejo so mi wura na me ma atiefo nyina so achi
yɛda ase anope na boemu na enra mo kɔ wanchi high court no sɛ hɔ na mo kɔ mebo a
mpato ane
Techiman South parliamentary election petition ho nsɛm yi no sɛn na kɔ court deɛ mpa na mukodi ho nkɔmɔ no
yo me da se mi nua enra ye kɔ wanchi high court sɛne am sɛ yɛ nyina yɛate no Ghana me say Techiman South and the most popular constituency in the whole Ghana. Na yekoduru here no na yensem bia ye di kan ho asem on the 1st of April. Eye bosumi ya ne da na edi kan. Ba ko ne say court ejitu mu say ade na local ye fe ne say coalition seat no. Eye electoral commission ma kwan na the petitioner in this case you were bayele omra mehwe papers no na so pa onye copy na de to so mienu so ye say interrogators bia na no so na court amakwan me da ho brase chire mu a ni nyina ne say se misa bia petition na twegu krata so a e wo se nipa na wo pese onia no so twegu krata no pa mra court no so no na e se ko ka ho asem na me fa inspection of documents no a utie eye electoral commission for aso mo kan court no na omo no tie say omo fa copy eye photocopy mra eye the petition no na so court no kire de there bi o ka se omo ni kan ma omo nhwe bi no pe copy a o de amomo nti na electoral commission for no asate no na call ye no na coalition city a kire say police stations a techima ha no ye to police centers mako 267 ni awa quality ni nyina no ni party ni bi anya bi ahye so no na wa ye copy e da ko file no court asa ma petition na copy na mu na on fa ma mo nye physical examination and inspection no ti awa nyina mu ni say court asana hye bi say e ya da joada Monday ya e be ye between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. Letter commission for the original document na ye college sheet no and famra court ho e court registry na the petitioner now ujama NBC no also for any measure na to nya copy na odi ama no for na 1 2 sa na morning no court boy letter commission ka 2000 Ghana cedis ne na sa to so mienu no say is a bisa bia na letter commission petitioner no person mu bisa ansana asem no kura mpa sha ase no originally omo de interrogative questions no mako 11 and a court wo and a court no go mu 5 egu ye ka 6 ni hia so mu bisa that 6 no so no wo sha omo amisa letter commission panyin na nkasa wo techima na nkasa na mo court na direct say yemfa nkoma the returning officer mfonso ba kwa egu ye ne say omo ka say EC returning officer bemra no so na chia say electoral constituency returning officer and the other leg is also na say almost the returning officer no onye permanent staff emma electoral commission where contract and as a temporary staff utie electoral commission for nche mo de ba anura no a sa owura no why na djuma wie after December ending the say on come bi to mo de questions ko man no apart to catch them say onye djuma wo electoral commission why na djuma wie wa hand over the document the amount mo to oni anu yi bia the court national say owura no a no ye return officer na nkasa no ye ma no kwan na onyi saa nsem sia aye interrogatives no onyi ano na omo famra court yakopon bo a eye 29 eye enne na otumi nu pepepe ti basically saa ne ma mi emi e de ka ho asem e wo Kwanti High Court.
Well, sending our shots here, what the two Gianna says, CCI, Techman South, the most popular constituency of Ghana, I'm saying. And now, in Penny 4, I assume mobile quarter in Yen Penny. What they said, Ora Peter McMenu, MPP, Mumpenny for no back with Pio Honum saying. Exactly. Oh, fire, and this is sure, I hear one church for Penny, Ra Johnson, is here doing Ketiabi, but it's here for Mutia and Assemi, a crabby, and I said, Techman South. NDC for so mo nyintu mu ono na returning officer na EC penny ogina on say se ora Martin J Mensa Kosa ono ye mra hye ntimi ka say wo mra hye bedwemu atese ono otwi ne ogine samba ne ne ka ho eno na NDC for nti ase na mo wo court me boa
no kwe pa minia
I see
ana be bo nchire mu kakra so kra mpo a eye coalition no se sie ya me no kese no we have figures here, but you want to take us about the figures are you will go for the nya was the chimay, and then a martin nya difference room. Now, so we had your one brother protocol to the CNY, near John Muhammad nya, and then petition and difference with us, and your per se, cast on stone said, never former NDC or that one president and parliamentary candidate. For example, to say, Drobo German South wa. You were good for the Rene presidency. Now, so what parliamentary no a NDC candidate nyai. You might be saying the next is say he a travel. Now, so other court were him to know. He better my court to the Nabi.
Okay. And to the Bena Musa court to be
29, and then now what you know, and you better come now. You better come Monday, he said, court what you say. Letter commission in fact the coalition seat in Ankasanoa. police station by police station you will be a nya you know you have a to na you have petition so for the new share we are a 29 no ya ko case na to aso the case na kasa kwa yan koso ye kan na I wanted to kakra e dey adwuma.
Okay, all right, you better say be ko
best na so a yewura ma na kasa so nura no so court obi
okay
sa na yewura di ma ko so so no so e wo court tie pan for original chairman pan for ni na ba ya you say ehia Ghana MPP
that's Richard let me show
Richard
Asamoah church for secretary ma MPP Techman South constituency and when she high court no copy make us say studio hanum saying nana sound about 4 of the MPP at na say babechere adwen afa ye nsema hodro to dwa nyono nkwa ana anope ne betena say Dr. Karl Mark Ahin NDC Deputy International Affairs Director and so babekan so man be do but menina na babesha here min kind comments ne kakra na me mana na akwa na yeni nkomo anope Mustafa Ewolowa Manya Krobo says the important thing is that John Mahama handed over a fixed power supply and middle income country to Nanado together with Dr. Bawumia, but they have taken it to low income and Dumso regime. Mustafa and Odebai. Well, I'm sure you know about this economic status. Some correction has been made, so maybe you have to take note of that. Abdul Basit Zongo Pania Kumasi, Ghana must review the percentage of our oil. We have to get a good percentage, and the oil revenue is being used judiciously under the leadership of His Excellency. That's Abdul Basit. The President of the Republic has assured Ghanaians that he's still insisting that no more galamsey. Thank you, Mr. President. But mind you, the Dumso is not back, but maintaining the system. Eric, if you Ericus, yeah, pre ahimfie nemu. Ericus message, you know. I perfectly see no need for this consultative forum on Galamsey. When the NPP and the Kufuor must blame ourselves for failing to fight Galamsey. That's Mukala Jonas Adia Keri. Now Leviticus powers work as well. Confusion in the NDC is tearing them apart. And inshallah, they shall remain in opposition for another 8 years after 2024. President of the Republic is poised and remain focused in delivering in all his promises that Leviticus powers, no dear no by Enoch Asaman Kese, the election is now over and Dumso is back. Imagine John Mahama had won the election and this was happening. This same NPP and the so-called wise men in this country will be up and put the blame on John Mahama and the NDC. Ghanaians, you have trusted this NPP at your own risk. Enoch Asaman Kese. So message in me the end pan and kama me to back na I applaud government's decision to introduce state-approved community mining, except to ask the following: what happened to those caught on tape, including security personnel in the Galamsey expose? I pray this initiative doesn't become another wild goose chase. That is Jomo Pokuase Festus and Odi by Charles Nyame Asaman Kese. President Kufuor and his family and friends are the biggest beneficiaries of this Galamsey menace and all other forms of systemic rot. So it will be very difficult to fight it as far as they continue to be in government. Ghana is never safe under the current corrupt and selfish leadership. That is Charles Nyame Ewo Asaman Kese no di eno efibaye. Mame home so na me ma nana ansan obofo akwaba. Nana.
Kwesi ABOAGYE.
Akwaba.
Ye nua.
Nyama koye.
Oh, nyame adom ye chese de. Ye dobo ade ase. Adeche bia ne mu nstem. Adeche na to me soro nko ade a. Na ye se and I say your body dia. Ye ho ye. Ye ho ye bia nso boko.
Na tiefo a wo mu nim no men kan se MPP executives omo UK abrochime mu di mu akotene. Na sisi I say where you headquarters no dia bagan ha say. Na no metesi asi UK omo say sisi ya di omo be left. Omo left lockdown na say you omo bia bibia tuma na say.
Yeah, 12 on the 12th of April no. And restrictions no more easy in the okay. Barbering shops, saloons, pubs, parks na there nipa bit me. Alcohol no alcohol Germany akra na. You see on the 11th in midnight by 12 boy cool nipa ne egu asana pubs in the Pensario.
Yeah, na salon ni barbering shop ni ade na meti obi a no waka say opeso ko ni ti e salon na. What appointment no I think said the latest she could get was 17th May. And I may say wow. Yes, I'm a fashion dem match omuti ni ade nyina.
Let me say January ending me call you know. Na member no muti no I best.
Okay.
But since October I'm a buyer, I'm call into me call muti na I say was who go in whenever. So and me call na say me dem call no kra no. Na was say me ma baba no kra ebefi. Now baba you because the Satan still ano. Na ye maybe say barbering shops in your ejuma. The reason me say akono na omuti no aye be na e wo no. Muti no brochen de yare no still ano. Omo okun say particular say Mrs. America. Oma bra almost suspended Johnson the Hakra. Some say black cloth to then you know broche there still am go but yana say you're part of the world no precisely Ghana say no I'm say yara you know but more than so ha you executive me chairman Kwakun Kansa and first vice Juju Blanks and second vice Dumate Japan and women's organizer Shelly Chi omina wa hanom ye wa hanom ye boana o mano so kakra ye sia o ho no ye so be be boa bi ne se road accident ya na ye keke wa se e ha adwen pa kwesi
sure me ba ne din komo ankasa ma me nana on sound before of the MPP now quickly to some more comments now. This one here says what is happening at NPA is Tampuli fighting to take Mustafa's job or what? The person behind him should be careful or else. That's Baba Eddie Fitema. I'm so information. Dr. Bamia is the next person to take over after President Nado. So the rest should relax. That is, I believe, Nungwa. So for Mami or Domi, Nana Baumia's government is extremely is performing well, extremely. So Ghanaians need a little patience to enjoy the good governance. So for Mami, no. Teacher Kujo Tepa Anyine Susu. I'll always say President Nanado is our Jesus in Ghana. He came to save us from destruction. All the streams and rivers in Ghana would have turned muddy water. Teacher Kujo preaching against Galamsey, yeah? DJ O'Malley and Wayosi Goso. If Ghana have had presidents like Nanado and the NPP government, right from independence, the country would have developed long time ago. The NDC has run the country for almost 30 years and still they want to come back again. Okay. But if you see what I'm saying.
Ghana, Muntie, Naman Sanyason, at the Roko Fiaman Woman so ejiji tonton sansan, ewo need 100.9 FM.
Nana Nshan Komana Sim Fee Galamse dialogue ya kosui enra and I'm say Mampini pa untuma mpini for and pay didi in common bia this dialogue at you're saying if you say this is the panacea yenya Galamse no ne puma sibre we ade beboa ana ebinimo kano this will be another talk shop because I know pay interesting any one member of a media coalition against Galamse din komo kase. This is not the first time. 2018. Yes. Our dialogue here be. So what is going to be different this time around? And as from Kuwa nearby basis here. Maminti wa drinche.
Well, question me that Nedika na maminti wa tifo ni na maminti wa muni ya juma sanse and the pastor enafem. Me de so say your hono and the pastor de and one e tiwo ntino say mutume enya o man ho do tifo ho do na amra tibia mo sorry trake mu. Nancy car so accidents, passengers need driver for car shares you kuni pana mobile ebe na hanu mama Ghana for 10 year course so your memories and more yade bon abaso despite media more yade pa NIT FM the telephone nyina so metiomo and new patriotic party ma mampene kufu adone Dr. Baumia so no etiomo kwezi Galamsey ya semi aye kan wasemi say ya bi pen ye nye bi pen esi okon se nkunwe ya ontumi ka se otiada eno nche se asoman ense se ye pekwan foforo a yebetumi dia faso a ɛyɛ galamsey ɛyɛ ɔkun ebetumi ako na ACP na ne nyinaa nkamfua no I think say some of this issue no yaa mamba no ɛna yɛfa de ba and media no so edi mu ntintimban I quite remember me kaipa if my memory will set me right let me say chairman general our sister station Peace FM let me say Santo Kwei ordinano atumi pa aka kana dadia omampana kufa do ba ya this na no say from 2017 ya dey ono de obepe kwan bia so ne yafa na atumi aboa na sa galamsey ya ka say edi enya ese yensuo ese yensase ese info na de ade no kwan ben so ne yemfemfa ebetumi afi won agyae na yi nyina ne yehu betumi atɔ ensan sɛ utu kwan na nam na ahwɛ baabi a saa adwuma yɛ kɔsoɔ na ahwɛ nsuo wɔ hɔ na ahwɛ nsase no na mpo wohwɛ nipa a ɛte saa mpɔtam no na ahwɛ ɔmo ne mo ban na ɔmo yɛ bea na obisa wɔn sɛ nti ɔman yɛn ne yɛsɛ no yɛdi ne nya na ɔkyena bi no anaasɛ yɛsɛ atwa yɛn ho asa yɛ yɛn ho anoma kokonekone asan ba bɛka sɛ na ɔman yɛ kwan fa na deɛ ne yɛyɛ ɔmo kɔ yɛn anim sɛ yɛn ne yɛyɛ nti yɛyɛ ne dɛn nti me dem ampani oka asasem no I think say majority of Ghanaians etin asopem egin asopem se sa na mo yentu na ebeboa na yetu a ekwan ben so na emfemfa ama mampani kura kan the video is there so or the presidency amemo na odi na or the two on or the chete is putting his presidency on the line ebetimi akosto yenyina anim say kind of crash re ho a election 2020 e call na anu results e buy no ebi kura ka say a quiet fast the New Patriotic Party, you lose to most of our parliamentary seats, Ejina, Sanyama, and the Mombia Mampani say, or the 9 best fem, na what to Nasa illegal mining. Ye, Jano, account be. And a ma, you lose to lot of our parliamentary seats. Yampa, and as a yampa. Near Memedi many who in the nature no crack. Not just a yeah to me for no mind banosono. Yam pese a beboa, sa and the mona ye to no. A idea to navy area part because campaign western part of our country, western region, economy, Preston, Honey Valley, Takwan, Swayemu, called Jomorone, Balue, Jura, Jomoro, because Honum, na Galamsey, Omane, A.S. Hedman, Miko baby. Now, quite not saying some catch a wa. Now to me, say, Nipane won, Omun, your margin say, I didn't umbejai, ne Quim Biaraso. Be rastas yasi kwan wawua obe ruawu emana ye menami hu bi da menam nkokɔ a na mo kan no yem na you no na makɔ no yem akɔhwɛ abrem pankase no yem amenem makɔba na me hu se na tie onto say campaign time no the call western na me hu pa na hwɛ amena pa nipa da sanetimi wuram ekɔba se fia etin trabe circle bi a Ghana Commercial Bank dan kwasi ekɔ anim ekɔ samba na ebi se won se ede ne ye ho nanso ya na ye ho se eyade a yempene ema yenye edi internet ene ba no sa edi internet ba no sa nti no na o si ebisa yen wo se mampene aka kyen se ono de wotu odne ho asiwo odne crest wo se obebɔ moden se sa de wo yenye ne yenyai yentimemufo no esi yempene a mampene nipa ba akɔ ɔman no so no esi government and as a governance and as a amemmo na yen a menia pani na na ka sei na mpese bisa se enti omote sa media against galamsey no omotimi kura se aban kapo na emmo no homode na bakwa na entunye bibia omotimi kura a launch media campaign bi nye said on radio or TV na emom ekofem the bia adwuma ne call ma identify no ekofem etimi engage ye nuanem no mpo ene modi nkomo etimi sensitize akyerem say hie so mu jai ene je bia the effect ne me wo ho anhwe yi a bema motumi ahwem komtumi bi ye bisa puma emete and now say they are just interested in the radio talk the media talk na ba pepe mu na ya kaka kanisa we foundation go say o man ni nyina ye o man a ta ban ahye bibia se na so tie o support that idea no enti wo so tie chi se anya wo de ne se be kan so keke and now so be so adwuma no ne fa baabi na won so de akɔ no aka wasem na nipa ebeji ne sen as nipa enyi a om response no den na won so ye de afa aban na ma 2 years na ye ka wasem etete nsem bebrebe eba ne san ye twen waka say yantumi anko say yampa say nyampa say ministers say deputy ministers say DCs say MCs say assembly members say wan say party for ye bi no why na kochire obi anase why na ka say adnenu nie enti nipa asemesi ya tue wasi wo apemranim sa bankrupt so onya yenso as people no yenso we a civic responsibility see yenso ne ye atuanamon as there be ade wodi ye yenso ya chire obi ye de ne kugina sem bia but always no if I say you find fault and as you say government follow shorter then we pounce on it near the cancer now cancer no ye can go say so intermediate this galamsey fight man penny still no we say go nine and dadwin start in us ye say yes I can't be politics a couple of months ago before election I have videos one I who menua e kwakubu ahin anam galamsey site bia no mo so na esi akire egbu si akire chen ko bon say no mo so mo nya ye de ba yo ma ye no se ka se be ne sa no man ye kwen na e fa ne de ko so it's about time they see a per money year it's about time say fine the papa na say ye 2018 na gushaga ndi entenda there be man say the second term ni satami ye nyina ye ntena sibium the ba kwen na anya yi a ye nyinara ye ntena sibium ni nsan so hwe ye ntoato adwen kwan pa e be fa so de betumi aye na se be pen pomasi bre a ye pen pomasi bre unu aka no se na kan na ubu be no atesem se because ABOAGYE ye wa asisi yi na obi be ka kire His Royal Highness Royal Father Dixon say oh kwese ABOAGYE ma won se beta prache waje akwaji advert sika bi e wo bia company say ye be ye bo omonemo de ru wa say na no na His Royal Highness Royal Father Dixon say ade a enti wayi wadi ye de kansem atisem de kansem ye fatisem kansem Whistle Blowers Act ni wo honom but there are certain things anya say umma won so fi ufie anafa obi hu tan anasa woti asem bia no na o se makenti no wona kono chichi ye mo na senuem there be emra nkyere sa those say wo Whistle Blowers Act ni wo kra no asem kan ebe court e kodu court a adanse krumu ene yedi evidence beyond reasonable doubt because a justice is in the bosom of a judge or a competent court of jurisdiction and to say a judge be dispense justice and because asem we dem ahwem amami mu ayenie nti obi adifo okwa asem bibia no enye here say abonten kasa ene yeka there be yenye sa it is never done anywhere in this part of the planet yenye sa onti se nyina se ye kontokwana me enye kinkwanchan na matewa ha na kan se na we se na fa so wa kudu asem bibia no fadan se bro se metiye tan the cancer say me a whistle blower so I'm a whistle blower I heard it or I saw it with my eyes so I'm blowing the whistle tan the cancer referee to blow whistle now it's not your offside referee we blow whistle but now you're offside anything I know kwano yeah the v on program media sports scratch
VAR
yeah video assistant referee yeah diaba but me say na say yes an ko hwebium edentia adansentia so unti say anamu amampani etu no yentai na chi na yentu say mo say baako no there were political actors involved or say fair enough here say in kansem wono a lawyer o camera o dimna wemra nti say wo dance krum a febra o de beto manima na enokwe na eboni akona yet ne beko o mampani akufado ono waka na no kom mrase beje moko kan say ono na ban na nya na say the party is say is public scrutiny and as a public accountability ka na mo no na enye say yen kobo obi kwadu a enye kwadu papa na ebe ye chi na ebe ka say o na me ade me kan ye na ntimo ntu na mo o kan no na o tu na mo de na ebe support no aye no e de aba because this should tell you clearly the number of cities you lose nyinara that part of the country no basically now me try galamsey ya galamsey na yes ye wage war on galamsey anyina yes with the media ye nyina ye boa maybe mete ora kan asigbe amunya no mo na tumbi ana ye kan wasem no ye ni panda se na oma enam radio so ye kan wasem no ye ntumi anka se ne ye kɔ region by region district by district ana constituency by constituency at me I campaign educate nipa but they will sit back in Accra nani abeka radio so they will bring temu na keka na sa and then from there no omo ko ba bia biom na etia no ye nyene sa if we will support government in a course ebebua mo manpuntu akọ animu a I think say a fair call and the way there me mampane me papa na sa me nim nipa no so ka so be bibia na se se beta prajo bi twa ntikra na obeye nti yen nyina ye mua yen tan na chi na adwuma no wo ye no wonye because I did say di enya we ya ha ye won super o ko ayi baby a me fi be ya ana say e go tan akra ya omo Thames River then nsuo ba ko na mo de bibia ni aka no nsuo a eto efi osoro eba egu dan so na fa saa mo ringa testimu na esan kogu ayi reservoir bi mu ana say ni ejare wo fie no na esan na mu saa na esan kogu onom kitchen water ne toilet water no na ma san recycle no san pushi esan that brain ni ye use wo landing behind the ufia na nkwana nu mas no be huhu nsuo onye kwara wudu nsan ma be hu den nsuo se da onom be kwa nkobra na botepra na beti hwan bebrebe nti eden ne ye not say political nkoa na mo ntimam fo no so no ye kwa breche se breche afa nyina no ye Boris Johnson yo ana David Cameron ana Theresa May nipa na ti kro mo pete kro no ye yie nti ye kasi ye hye mra na wo mu di mra no so ye hye mra emenkobua emenkontese budika say so munya human face opa nei ma ye mfa asrafo enko all those sites but human rights activists na human face oboni anka ntra wo say opa adwuma ye no na adwuma ye ntino o tam dokwa kwesi ka kwan koton debi Boris Johnson mfa na ho say come ne so nya adwuma nyu unya adwuma ye wo adwuma mfa na ho o se ha ye nton de wa ha by de na human face ne ma ye bedie na de ntino ya na ye ha ye ho ni ye wi na say twa ye ho na san boss bo ndem na mesre mampenetu na mon me bo minister na baso abuginapo wa ya de very young minister on just inkete say obaya adwuma no ye nyina ye mmoa na ye nkofem na ye dictate en crofo no se na me bi ni ye ni usampa ni ye no ye betumi aye
me da se na me ba ne aba be hwe ye kan kwanhia CCM sama no homene so fiti be me na ebe pem eye nra so fa ne aba beto dwa nipa be ye dunsia ena wa mahwero mo enkwa ne nyina kan kwanhia eba be di kan kwanhia ho enkomo atwa so na adwenkyere ne bi wo hanum saying ye de bi nso edi twem edi amamo. The president never ceases to amaze me. In 2017, he started this same populist galamsey agenda only for us to see his party faithfuls taking over the galamsey industry. Fast forward, he has started another grand scheme to go for the second phase of this looting brigade. This so-called galamsey seminar or dialogue is dead on arrival. We must get serious as a nation. That is one here from down below. Brimso Apeusika. Discerning Ghanaians will support visionary and competent President Akufo-Addo to do more for the future of Ghanaian youth. Let's have faith and confidence in the NPP government to deliver Ghanaians with selfless and competence leadership. That is one here from Inshraba Anelka, a Sherman constituency. The NDC is still incompetent even in opposition. Their actions clearly indicate it's a pressure group and not a political party who want the betterment of our nation. But His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and his administration. That is one here from Mamiki Pape Bisunyani. Very sad. What kind of wickedness is this? My condolences to the family of this gentleman, especially his wife. May his soul rest in peace. Palestine, what's up, Nathan? What's up, no? Why? Anyway, so let me just continue with some more of your comments now. This one says the NDC can reproduce or produce their report to challenge the EU report. Let the NDC adduce cogent, incontrovertible evidence. I consider it as the highest magnitude of brofupa ni KWASI ejeso besiase mami brofupa no paying that say. Years back, President Akufo-Addo and his cohorts were making noise. They have solved Doomso. Why wouldn't they use the same means to solve this one too? The God of Mahama will expose them one by one. Koka, Bismarck, Nungwa. Nana Nsambo 4 of the MPP is with me. Oh, studio and I'm saying, Kwasi ABOAGYE no pay. Ya traso na ye ba behwe kan kwanhia. Piti ba memenda kan kwanhia kwa miensa na esie. Bako alipe ewo se yape honom saying kan kwanhia esi nipa beye dumiensa asahe na wo mo hwere wo mo nkwa ɛwɔ saa yapi hɔnom kan kwanhyia no saa nso na tesa no hɔnom sɛ ya ya I know there's just an act of stupidity ɛno sɛbi ejimie Ghana de bia yɛka yes there's an act of stupidity on the part of Ghanaians yɛnyina because kan kwanhyia no bi esi wɔ Ghana ha utimi sɛ nsɛ esi nyansa nim because the reason why I'm saying is an act of stupidity no car na esi hɔ bɛyɛ 2 days track na esi hɔ bɛyɛ 2 days na ɛkɔ so kan kwanhyia no ni si ya nipa mienu fe mu hwere ɔmo nkɔmɔ be pre no na yekonya track be chi ye be yi car no fio if this is not stupidity de ben pa na betumi afrɛ biom nipa bibini Ghana ni ɛde ben kra asɛm nie
em say wo mama kwaba
yes dog me ma kwaba ba me hu asɛm na me ka no
yes hwɛ me wo project bi wo potting akakra mo do
we ni ba kwan mu anum say
minua car bi nya kwanhyia be 2 weeks nie
okay
nimpa nson na hwere won kwa
right
na msusu sɛ car nya kwanhyia wie no nka police for buy on behwɛ ne ma
yi
car no efi hɔ enra ya car bi sa kwanya accident
the same spot car no ne esi on
no so ahwere won
ne esi on the course so sa
ne esi on the course asade sometimes we dream wa media na ya ahobɔ kakra enti ase kra
if this is not stupidity me doc me I don't
madam say in fact who discovered Africa
exactly
because I say sir
bibini pa okay bibini pere pa na so no odu ohwa or different person because sometimes them bisa mo say ndi ekwan no ye na ye anase yan na ye onu temi fia na me kokuma ase a ebuto ba bebi akwan ye no o hwe mirika nipa ko so a me ya na me dem do bia na speed ramps wa na mani age
ne
but yeah because as much as men for so no as much
so kwan ye pa ba se ye regulating na omonim nipa na nipa tie ibeku ye ho ndi kwan da so no o se ha for 60 for 70 and for 80 on kaze kwan ye ntino wa jana sa nipa nso nim se ade we se ase for 60 na be se wo do ka ye wo airbag so ntino bekọ 90 a wo de ekọ
oh se nana oh se enye mra se de wo kan no se bia road science ne MTT for egu kwan so no Ghana your biggest challenge I want I know. I just say, Emrana Yasiseno. Yeniso.
Yeah.
Minua. Udie say, oh, brea. Shada Kotna. Baby to say from Western Small. Kwakusi Winiba. Especially Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Chese. Emrana yedi go poma ya ye ka kwanya ka faso. Na nipa nso ya ye ni way ya nipa so nanso almost 90% of the cars are one more pen in term no one nyina akofa bebi nipa afa dem ka what say in sometimes you know innocent person be nam ho kraba
pavement na
ya ye no what I say bi enye third pavement way a bi a ye kwan no ye create say ho na ye say nipa dey efa when you moto ene sa sprinter na say kan say cars here funny pa white cars yeah boss cars sprinter serious menia eti obi nam kwan no so krampo no anya twe kakra na ayede na ka akokum no what I say and me when you know say ye be kasa ho ye bobobo ho ni ade enu ti na ye won institutions no se bi o ye de sa adwumade we nyina ayede ahye to some extent that na make research be am read here minia say wo share road traffic abuser your drivers no be look sa nap kofo ya ende edum pepe so bi ano ma gina simpie so ka say bosome 9 bosome num ye ntua o moka no look we can generate money revenue omo abuse say omo and follow instruction road traffic rules no regulations no look the money we can rake out of those people to even pay some of government workers no mean
Sabi Yakuya, some Crawfordina, when I'm directed. No moko. A 10-year nipper does need to me do beer. A 10-year nipa, or no directive quan Sabia, but Winko Kakra. No, Janam, some could be now. I'm on one echo. Now I'm could be a when you got the can't about Bonnet, Janam, Mamma can be bow, eh? I can't make who. Yeah, the challenge the more nigh attitude now. Very good. Sunni buying. Very good. And the laws will be there. Because, here, President Casimiro, now to be. Now, Madame Fiaba London, Hackney, East London. Nana, I mean, you can't where we united, you know. You be a free, and I mean, whilst with him. A hand to me, say, Madame from our kind, you know. Ah, the rep, he said, you know, you know, 20, not the other. Oh, Steve from an NJ, Steve from an ooh, ah. We'll be able to smell of 20 pounds, we'll be 60 pounds. Take it. Aha, what's it? Yeah, oh, my idea. Internet, there were problem. As the Anhanian tackle, me and fire Suban Swan Camubia. Hey, oh, Nipa does any, Mr. Bia, Mr. Kemwa. Ah, oh, yeah, the end. The branches are the now and yet. Traffic near and a pen of TV. Who drive police in actual. Also, the minute no, no, to speed into one channel. Or no, 50. One now, you know, but stand won't you know. Oh, a trust system. I wouldn't say a trust system. But only call 50, no, but overtaking no. And two call on a top speed. Come right to only police in air contoka. Nana.
Into dog.
Say, I bet you me a quiet chair. 2015, 2016. Abraham be a deputy executive director of national service. So what I say, yeah, the national service for eco MTTU. So Muama.
Yeah. Traffic
regulation. Document me signature and chassis. What I say, one of the best initiative by my boss, Dr. Pesa White.
Yeah.
What I say, baby, I your problem. They said, your problem. And we have to solve it. And one alternative is right account. But what I say, Nimpana, womu can shine. Say, yen to me engage womo near your proper education. What I say, my answer can say, I'm running because me to make a say in Ghana, yen to me ye studies papa and famba out and make say, even yen you are not driver for, said you woman can't trot. Sprinters ne I can't say a sprinter sprinter ne Sarkasia 5 passengers they call Takradi Kumasi Weben. Mudi mommy proper research. Near shed was saying crown po and ako entity said your car can't it ye. Our moon dear said be as a Mikudua. Unim near my yesi, even crowd say okay UK say Udru UK na say Obi. Twa na nipa no enam zebra crossing mo a e car na se de se car na be dey obedra e sa tete bi ni Ghana wonam zebra crossing ne kra da ma no kra betumi adi otem wani mote what I say exactly but to some extent you know sometimes you know I don't blame such individuals because bebre o mo kaka since I wo mo ye wo no na ne papa bi mo ye nti o kaka e bia we nya formal education uti we dini papa tia kaka ni kwala blema bedu pempenso bia oni any other profession bia sa ni pa ne be den obeye intine kaka e na opeso oka enu ti na make say yen ye was structures ni na wo ye wo GPIT wo ye wo Pro2 afo and other new transport organizations are cooperatives say wo Ghana e dan no me ye next agenda na ye pese ye in 2017 a say bi ofofo antata ye fee abemu was to every year be a national service here to me deploy not less than 120,000 personnel. And the next agenda and say you be divide 2017 national service personnel into 3. Now 1/3 no be about 40,000. You be push one na ya mo some small training any police service for according to some agreement be near mo training for about 3 months. Nefe ya send you to all the how do you call it GPRT you see I say obeko baby Ghana obeko baby obo say your taxi rank no ma form some cooperative obeko no the good thing would say ebedu pembe so obeko no omu nyina omu shentade the same thing ya identify omu book register obi ani obetumi aba be ye adwuma wo se nipa ne man be den and register wo welfare committee leaders what you saying say to go to these people and educate them no enye much problem say bio eye nipa nso mo ba educate wo mo ye wo mo a say bio mo hye aba ase ye national service na nke engage wo on road safety regulations no enye say bia okwa renew wo license ana roadworthy na ye de documents na ye aka ho ama they do it but the question is nipa saying and ye de document na ma wo mo a wo tumi ye dey ekosue hu say road signs I wo kwa so ni we is ya ofi winiba na okọ apama ubo say there are some inscription bi wo signboard bi say 32 people died here. What I say, at least send something. You know, see it to me now. Sagui, want to me engage drivers, you know, through the GPRT, pro to one organization. So, next week, moving visitors, a year 2 days, you remember orientation about a near message. I did back also a imagine, Anna. Minia. I did back one a imagine these days. So, Botiano, Opa Mon, now call you Botiano. Oh. On se new Botiano no over branch ya ko on sa left aha so if new Botiano na se oba be si main road mako mo wa ano ho na no wunim ebinumo aye your friend say
doko pa radianko po doko
ebinom kura aye taxi rank bi wo ho a wo muti o ekwan no o branch right na wo si main road no so na wo kọ akra and ebinom aye taxi rank e wo this side so mo fa nipa no ekọ contrary o ti ase say no abefa ho na kọ uti iti no very scary say sometimes car be fi Botiano inside neighbor ebetumi ni way aba crash into me say another car so the speed if you throw back you know how many people can die over there when people are also selling around so no say bio you wo MTT 4 enka sanyema ekosu nyina no they should know you know education no there me feel say very good now a lot of police for aya wo some places bia almost stop cars out and for so bia ni so no it's about time say IGP in penny for Sebio I think they should wake up and then
me
deal with some of
na present biso na your police force no sakra amun me because I told the bia unam krom na wo hwe de wi a
make us say attitude na ya see near ban so
because na mechanical na nipa de se septa prate nipa de se say one fa ban tia no a nkaka bibifo one fa ban tia na ade no onyai da ndi se ya yensa se na tia na tie ye be everything we will challenge o jana we aye de me so meye no ja we ma sadia dan we ko e ba na ofo yi ya sra ofo yi apeka kraka police pen no mo nam krom nipa hu o ma ya na o mo suro ana pese me ba na he traffic na woman na police pen wo kwan no mo direct no you could say there was orderliness what I say but the jamo sana obi etebia otumi say ade we de sanka onya ko nya abot se ka krabia ko jini pankwa abotire ko
me no ya adwen
ma men se wonim o ma men ko bi keke de bi na tina de chi so obodu ba bi no traffic light ni onom nipa na we ko kakra ni we ko kakra na bi say no mu nyi nipa omu nyi nipa the simple no me de esan say yen nu mpembe say advanced countries no say kwesi ye hu say police jakwa so na o ka otwem na commodern ni also kwa
advanced country no ye kono no because the 3 days me hwe em say ya ba ye chika kra and also
we will get there certain ye a digital address system no nka kwesi say nka ka atwem na bia commodern data e chi na me say be we idea ye de be ne be breme me ma ha butu e want to answer it's going ɛbɛkɔ against your credit score na de ade nyinaa
okay
so yes because all
digital address system no adwuma the other time ebi di me ko cemetery ebi di me ko awodo me cemetery o le bi afeni agro
se me yɛ madano de Ghana post GPS
adwuma
ɛnam de bi me bank account nya wɔ CBG commercial bank no pɔtin ɛnam de ayi nyinaa
uwi amemo aboa me na maye me de no de me ko cemetery
me say ɛwɔ so he said if it's linked with my driver's license I'm the register here no DVLA na link with me car na me tuna address ni me insurance me call na say me call na police semia ohun nya to ka dem say or me call a police station the answer ba give me details because me unim 20 I think 18 World Cup no I think in Russia no na me for bus akwa adwuma na me fa bus na me hwe ball na wo me phone tintin bus tintin apedi do no na me wura pi say me bus pass no attach me kwa am do NGS Linton na revenue officers no every bus me kai ready me do one be say me bus pass na me yiye na me say me fa bus no na che be am fa bus no na o ma chen to so no am fa nka o ma nya me hwe na so mo di me din erukwa ansa ebi amete that time E5 8L8 a Hackney omudi ye they will fear e 40 pounds so we touch here at 1.50 but basan say me din
ni ubi bia wo so betumi trace ntino
exactly I say what the we fee
exactly
have to pay when pia na extra you pay more
but only baby me want because ni adok ye I've heard people obisa so na de o ti o kedu adimi akosemeti dog na so why you late cry wa so twa cry wo honom say enti adwuma I mean adwuma because any abroche cry sometimes one follow ade ni ya etimi du kosi baby enti mama enya enu nko ade mama yan support ni ehwe se ebe ejo because
se ma ban e ya de nya me inform se make it ya e ya de e ya
kalamse
oh fine so what will be wa na so ya is recklessness and stupidity me meka me inform bo ade be bo ya so my Ghana ubi so be say you have a passport was me de what we say Ghana say passport is the only document that it may identify when you get to another country border that you are a national of this country. Voter ID card and yeah ID. You can say you are a Ghanaian, so I have voter ID card to show say I'm a Ghanaian. No, what do we have voter ID card in Twaba? So they don't accept such things as documentation. Anyway, what passport was in a media.
Doc, 1 month your time
I see a young money a boa. Nana, we say, because yeah, now be a year, and yet me regulating a year. I'm got to near qua. No, it's maybe Oka, and no come out. I know, dear. No, Chinibasa, I did bro. No, dear, fantastic. Yes, and I mean, we are ever straight out for the
Nana,
American, and I'm a quaba, tentem now. I mean, go show what you see, and I will do now. There be MP, what?
Na wakasaka cry na ukra ufa ya ansana dog dog ya brand cry because dog 1 month yeah 1 month na
frame say me twen na me mbra chire ntina mama
1 month and cry that's why ya that's why ba 2 consecutive times udin she so ni nyina me hu se oba esa so na
radio so na be bomb nsam na ni say o say you made any do so o say sisi ano ye reorganization
ntino NDC for instance almost send message
yes
almost send message say identity no nya represent na say enyamia
teams bebre ye adwuma o ya say nyamia dom kra
well any that won't me man no me mo fa because so
na next week yan hwe de be
nana ba bebo gumbe o dog u twa me so crazy
because me welcome
me ma welcome ya pon me ma welcome ya pon
na say we dey otumi dey am and what temporary problem here yo
doc
una out so
empacho doc ya pon nti na dey betwa to kra
dey betwa to ni say say ewiase aba dey bo techi no eno ana dey bo ba si abere dey eyi menuanom asantefo me de chefo say bi o etwa jadwo ewo eye dum so a MPP aban ama no edini foforo o dey say me This idea, me papa ba omi akro me who baby oko awotu kwa na oko you gara.
No, I get address one.
Utabe.
Ah, no, question boy.
Oh, this idea of computer scientist.
Hey, that's on Mr. Digitization. Who's there?
Okay.
Mr. Digitization.
I will fear economy now.
What's that about?
We fear economy now for this. Hey, I can't Ghana. Enka mobilize go for kase. We don't like doom so. We don't like doom so. We are say who said it here. Bra Mahama catcher mo say unya president da o kasa bebre no monti ase. O ti ase. Na ni nyina na esua hunu ni bi. Sabri say NDC amanyoko. Ye course so e wo court ni my course. Sabri I shall say a reorganization of the party na me adom out na. The betu na mo ekoshia national executive for na regional chairman secretary for. Ya bobo niama bebre a party e de egu akwam nti ye gidi say said your course so 2020 election ye Ghana for nyina de si o Supreme Court menua
na Saturday musumo ye den cadres forum na
eno de mentie e o na say national me ka to say weekend ye koshia wo be
na ada na yes sir
den
the one see dinde and the mentie uye cadres utie onnim say mo ye
also omo ye dey
omo ye cadres forum
ewe
tema
hey and I meant ye we dey obi na akwotira baby na
hey it's true
obi na akwotira baby na why yes I na say dey IT for abebebe adi ba omi o prepare young people ni baby obi na akwotira bia baby
okay embacho etiefu amutie mimi ndai cadres forum na ba no Dr. Kama said,
Mimi ni menti, after all your time.
Dako say anyano kro bi no
aboni say. Say anyano kro me se menti ye.
Now nti ni
national executive of the party in the mean say your committee. Oh baby oh. What I say? Aha, menti ye. Enti dia wo kan dia em say mami say dia wo kan wanum na eguso no.
Okay, an NDC Democratic Platform.
Me nua me say and obi abetumi akotena kokuo aye fly abetu. Oh, ade.
Now, unim how long this thing has been in the system.
And yeah,
I come back now watching class. Open
one of our senior. I mean, yes, we are party before. And I make a choice. Obi picture there. Obi da paro. Enter now there bibia. Me ba jo dey make out ba there.
Wait, sa forum me. Emu ache, ebi fu aso bi fu aso.
Bibia nche I didn't mean o for so asa mi ga say mi ni. Ain't no a problem. What I say, but me dem gidi say.
Forum no a problem.
Let me say there all kind of problem. Forum menti e bia be fia no me frɛ ma bɔ mama ne. Say e one day we ntem. E try Friday me boy. Bia me fia me call office e bia o me bɔ mama ne say your program be o because e bia organizers no. Me nka organizers so I may not know the program say
yeah. Deputy International Affairs Director.
Yes.
They
are two outside my foreign branches for me now.
On Facebook.
You know, say and crash said you can.
Nana me 2 minutes with the
honorable Hudu Yaya, as Anissa Meka, or your papa, and I will share a honorable Dana Buda so I'm concerned, say one of the senior members of the party, or your papa. And now, one more in the only party penny for, say, you may say, because and crow woman say, Dumpens will be a new flag, and the young share now. I don't know a party, a chairman of Casa, Montiel. Ubo mahama pe no munyina to nwurem. O se uye na abo no. Ade uwie obi a o se wabo no. Udi na o da me say. Na abo fo wo mi ji udi o. Ade ende wa onim. Ade abukoji. Ade abukoji. Obi anya ewe 2020.
Kozi. Mitilami pa na afadianso.
Uni ade say oye. Na abo fo uni ade say oye. Hwe. Fa wa so fa to form. Na tie de Ghana for ek.
Na me Ghana ni.
Exactly. Ti de Ghana for kan. Edu bebi amamu menye say yen hu ye yen tie. De ekoso no tie. Mo amusi mo wi ni aba no de ekoso me ba ya obi ka chem say, "Hey, Obi can say, hey, look, Unim, Yamis, why not the other people? Unim say, hey, go for we are bay, say, Mahamad Betras one can do say, one of the Baba Salon. Oh, dear, Name, or you're not the only what I say. Why you cool? Or say,
is this so cassa? Now, Bugana for him.
Mimbuganam for him.
On the cocoa abano. Now, besides, John Mamma, 12 close to Winnie, or Winiba, oh, Nyai, 1 to 1 cross 51%.
Sir,
1 to 1 cross 51%. Upon a confirm of a blue chain, one let me to London. Also, by Jansen or register on London. Near the Cocoa account.
I am correct.
Ghana Fatwaba. You should accept it. You report it. Elections met international standard. Elections, yeah. It met international standard.
Of what?
Best practice.
Oh, Minia.
International best practice.
And I know and I Messi and I need you for this year. Exactly. You mean Kali Edicali? Yami had my 19 years. Messi 19 years.
Report. I'm report on Bessie Sanana.
Jose,
I'm Bessie Sana.
Men Kabi be and fast out. Yes, I say, Bobo, a
good citizen and a good statesman. No friend man Penekufado, non congratulating the senior Mampenekufado, yeah, just after the Supreme Court or ye, no show.
Nanado or Professor Mills, congratulating. Maybe so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Mamma Tran, Mamma Tran into. Oh, yeah. Mama is one of the finest and best statesmen. Ah, now, Mama, dear, as a man, I walk Mama. What does he? And for Cecilia, dear, say you, say, Matia, yes, say Matia, my dear, Madame also. Minia, yes, say Matia, Madame also. I go to Supreme Court, the highest court of the land. Only the woman needs to be a initiator. I mean, I admire about the Myanmar course, so said you the first time this morning since 1990.
Dog, my phone.
Said you. You who say your election, Emma, military participation. Ah, Nipa, Sebio, a woo, yes. Minia, Mempesa Makai, and Missy. Oh, that's Mempesa.
Anopay Studio Mute, Dr. Carl McAhin, Deputy International Affairs Director for the NDC, former Deputy Director, National Service Secretariat or Scheme, Nanan Sambofo, a member of the National Communication Team for the New Patriotic Party. Brasso see the mobile cry. Yes, so no payment me for calls. A brand cockra, mon fanche me. Prejo Damiado, and I'm at Jerry Sajman on the time it's here. She showed me DNA de Bremo and Yahweh. April, that's so you do know. Watch now, what they name Kwan Hoy Besson Shabium near Twasso de Amamo. Prema Pian on social media and in Despite Media YouTube platform. No so my Ben Braco with Marie and of course Marie Magruzi. Marie Magruzi. KWASI ABOAGYE is my name. I'm grateful for you being out there. As always, without you, couldn't have been a success. God bless. Go out there, be the head and not the tail. And now, Hoshra Nyame, one can who nebi. Madam, when you say, Miko.
cool, fresh and trendy with a new look. Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you glow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
What? But dear Bequandi did not Bequandi, in fact, and a dear Dutrum. I drink and crack. A bush of 40 be their bear for a crassa by Pabaka cracker. There you know who be out here. What? For and not Bequan, Ocean, Nina and Nick Dennis and a Chilsham City and one. At the South Crassa Benoit, I will be surrounded what I did. Oh, and an idea wetty. Neat palm not extract and a media boy ben quines up. Neat palm not extract. Annie, a befe fed the dead tea power can once me, and not been a neat fools or much cheer which and see. And it says, I mean, I break crowd, I been Nafena me was say brako no abewo jaso enko wonko chi mefene nwa ho ena media ya benkwan any steam. Oh, na said neat foods e dia bekwan abade a ena no atoma for breso. E bread o matimi so pa fi say abenkwan we ne ye gia daje. Enti se wonya neat palm nut extract a wo mre kra. E say ababri so ena ode aye. Na nam kitua bi mpo a wo banu nkwan atafre won sas. Neat palm extract anase neat abenkwan. Ne e de ne say emu ohwam te say abenkwan ye nim dadada no a. Ana so bia so nya dio. Wodo sa so mu who no be so wo mra kra. Neat palm nut extract. Oh, come on. Now, only baby. What dear sound come with powder? I wouldn't need palm to be a bear back on the slow midi dear. Will be able to pumwa. Who's me? Oh, what's so? May I am part of this? Yo, and your mom for Mupe and will be uncle supermarket. And the jump FDA, I just said, you didn't crack to more jet to say, yeah. Ejaba boni di adwa ma wubi eti ya menu afa hin na mahwie fufuo ti ase dada minya wofo yi papa so ba fie ni anwie fufuo ya asam aba na so oben wadi fufuo edi mpreni ne mpresa da ko beye de ni ahwie fufuo a akode wonwane adwa mo adwuma se me ni fie adwuma di mini fufuo kakra ba o madie no ene wato metwa mada pasa aso wo kan na matire nyira wati ate make am meboa eba de odi common the sense ya de obra to otwa fufuo ai wo wodwo pam na wo ma siu na wotimu aba na wo sadade na wo temfra kwada ne nyina tuatwa make say ya need food sadaroma wo bia mani ye pa ya wa ya mbode fufuo ne mankan fufuo a wa ne powder wo de guada kama ya ye fra no need fufuo eni anu bi na masori ba until is kama me di ye yo sese bia ma me hwe oh e bia need fufuo ye kama say bode fufuo ne mankan fufuo papa bi na wo ka say twan e posim na ede na me so ka so ento simanu pe no wa wie wo hie wo kwa papa bi aguso but just the ama mani kra agisa need fufuo ho ama ko to bi kra ba ne say said the Ghana for sipom fufuo no anu an wo ye nu enti sa wo hwa fufuo won pam wo dom ne we nu a wo ho susuna bi awom wo nso de bode ne mankan fufuo papa bi ejanie eni afi na fufuo na afi na wo bedi pa ne se de wo bedi ne sanya wo fa mojaduro ana pa wi ani anadwo a wo koda need fufuo supermarket bi am need fufuo e wo fi a ani gyenko a FDA anhwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atum se eye efiura me mo achi o fiura yeson machi o efiura me chia wonye so he ewura enfa se ma so wati e ba fa so chia me mo yam no won so pepe oh wa fi we die me pese oni fiura bekon efiura we die ye kwa